Good evening, everyone. June 11th, 2026, just past 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Back on What's the Scoop, episode 117, here with my buddy Brandon. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, Scoop. Not too bad. We got a wild week of sports this week. Obviously, all the playoff stuff going on, NBA, NHL, World Cup. Kicked off just a few hours ago. It's an exciting time to be a sports fan. I love the summer, and especially when you get the summer that includes a World Cup. That's just sweet. So, I'm excited. This is a fun time of the year.
It is, and of course, as we've talked about, you guys have helped me kind of get ready for following the World Cup in a manner where I maybe haven't as much the last several times it's been on. So I'm looking forward to getting more into that. I know that the games started to. Well, I mean, I know that Portugal had a friendly yesterday against. Was it Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay. But obviously, some of those games are going to be starting to trickle in more over the next several days, and looking forward to all of it. And of course, as I'm sure, as we'll kick off the show with this one, but you talked about the playoffs happening simultaneously with the NHL and NBA. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And last night we were on this this platform, but we were on the K&K Takeover show, and I had just been on a show talking with a bunch of Knicks fans, and because it was at halftime, and I jumped on because I had been on that show a couple times before because they did these like pop-up shows. It's mostly a Seton Hall basketball show.
Yeah.
They had jumped on to talk about the Knicks and at halftime or just the games themselves at halftime the last couple games. So they did it again, and I jumped on, and I just said, they asked, what's the chances of the Knicks coming back? And I guess put my foot in my mouth so hard it came out the back of my neck, because I said the biggest comeback in NBA playoff history was 31 points for it was the LA Clipper game 7 years ago. And you can see what the score is now. I think at halftime, I think it was like 29. So I said, that says it all, I think. According to the narrator, that did not say it all, because as we all know by now, it went on to become perhaps the greatest comeback in NBA history. I don't know what happened there. The Spurs came out with a vengeance offensively in the first two quarters. The Knicks were, when it comes to scoring, the Knicks were much more consistent from first to second to third to fourth quarter. Each quarter was like right in that sort of mid-20s in terms of scoring, and the Spurs went from 40s to 30s to, are they even still on the court? Mitch Johnson yesterday did a masterclass of exactly how to get fired from an NBA team that you also just took to the finals. If this Spurs team could come back and take this to 7 games and barely losing game 7, I think Mitch Johnson should still be fired.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how some of the and again, tactically, I've said repeatedly, basketball is probably my third sport behind baseball and football. But I damn sure know enough to know that the clock mismanagement that happened, that the just legendary level of malpractice when it comes to how you handle your rotations, when it came down to the way that, and credit to the Knicks. This is not just to nag on the Spurs.
Yeah.
Credit to the Knicks, because they put on OJ Anunoby. I was seeing comparisons, and we talked about soccer, so this will be an apt comparison. I was seeing comparisons to the Diego Maradona hand of God.
Yep.
Which I think makes Anunoby just unbelievable play last night. I think Josh Hart deserves some credit for, he didn't get a lot of scoring, but he was doing a lot of rebounds. He was doing a lot of that sort of grunt work that's not going to show up necessarily in the points, but was essential to making everything go in the second half. Jalen Brunson, when he went out, and my favorite moment from him wasn't even, it was after the game ended. When he went out, and the first thing he said in his press conference was talking about a Make-A-Wish kid that he met a few years ago. I was just like, I've gained so much respect for Jalen Brunson as a man and a basketball player since he got to New York. Easily my favorite player on that team and the main guy I'm rooting for aside from Alvarado. But just nothing but respect that I can have for the Knicks after the way that they played that game. And as for the Spurs, there are 2 times in my life that I've seen just a cataclysmic meltdown in the span of less than a full game by one team. And it was the 2024 Yankees in Game 5, and it was the Spurs yesterday.
Yeah.
2 worst games I've ever seen played by a single team. That's you, Brandon.
I mean, most people who tuned in last night, they got our live reaction as we were watching the final 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
But I even said last night, when the second the Knicks cut that game down to single digits, I didn't care that it was a 9-point game with like 4 minutes left. I'm like, no, the Spurs lost instantly. Yeah. Because you could just see it. Like, it's like if other teams, and this is where youth and inexperience are a problem for the Spurs, and I said that would be a problem coming into the series, even though I like them better than the Knicks. It is because it just your youth and inexperience. Like, if that was another more experienced team, if that was OKC, OKC doesn't lose games like that.
Yep.
So, like if OKC is up by 10 with 4 minutes left, the game's over. So, it's what really makes me mad is that, and I commend the Knicks on the refuse to quit mentality. Like,
that was amazing basketball.
Any other team that's down by 29, especially a few minutes into the third, if you're down by 29, most teams would just pack it in.
They're just trying not to get hurt before the next game.
Yeah, and
not this team. This team just said, "Okay, we're still in this thing."
Yeah, and the Spurs kind of just came out in the second half like we can just sit back and take the air out of the ball.
Arrogant.
Yeah,
so arrogant.
Like I'm like this is the finals. You can't take anything for granted. Like if this was like game 2 of the regular season, I understand a little bit, but when you're in the NBA finals, honestly, when you score 76 points in a half,
I have to double check.
Yeah, because I think it was 76-49. I think that was the halftime score. And so 76-49. When you score 76 points in a half.
Yeah, 76-49. Yep.
You should be getting to at least 100 by the end of the third quarter. At least.
They barely got to 100 the whole rest of the damn game.
Exactly. Like, you scored 30 points the rest of the way. You finished with 106, and you were at halftime up 76-49. You scored 30 points in the second half. And the worst part was like it was almost
and they gave up more than 30 in the last quarter.
Yeah, and then that was a disaster class on how to play defense in the last 5 minutes. That was a disaster class on rotations. That was a disaster. That was a disaster class on you had on timeout usage.
Disaster class on fundamentals. What the hell? Not just De'Aaron Fox. Whom I know, you've had it out for time and again, but we saw some of it from Wemby. Yeah. We saw some of it from
really all of them.
I know, but
Castle, Harper, like really across the board. And the worst part is like, and the one problem is like. And we can say that it's on the players, which it is. They're the ones on the court, but it's a coaching issue when all 3 of their losses have been carbon copies of each other.
It's a players' issue when it comes to how they play. But this wasn't just on the court. This was also about game management in the final 4 and final 2 minutes. That is on coaching. When you show up and you lose in the exact same manner 3 different games, and it gets worse each time, that is on coaching. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm a big believer in players deserve more blame than the coaches at a baseline level, but this isn't, Yankees fans wanting to fire Aaron Boone after every time we lose. Yeah. This is losing the same exact way in the finals 3 different times and it getting worse on an exponential level every single time to the point where you literally lost the biggest choke job in 2 quarters in NBA history.
Yeah. And I don't understand what it is about these last two Knicks opponents between the Cavs and between the Spurs. It's like, they're sitting there before and after all these games saying the same things. Oh, like analytically, with those Cavs, analytically we're the better team. We should be winning the series. We know that we're better.
And you know me, I've literally done courses to study analytics in sports. Yeah. I've dedicated a good amount of my last 15 years to that, both educationally and otherwise. But I hated that comment when it happened. I said, this is going to become a meme within 5 minutes. I said, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard a coach say. Even if you believe that, there's a difference between believing it or saying it behind closed doors and saying it in a press conference. Yeah. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. And then when you get to the Spurs side, after last night's game, you got absolutely embarrassed. And I understand, wanting to try to keep some semblance of morale, but they were still acting arrogant in their answers during the press conference after they just had the worst collapse in NBA history in a game. And they're still saying, oh, we're the better team. They didn't do anything we weren't prepared for. Clearly, you haven't been prepared for all 3 losses that you've been a part of. Like, to me, when I watch Spurs, and the thing is, like, you got Wemby sitting there, and Wemby was the worst offender of this. He was acting arrogant all night with how big that lead was, and I'm like, that shows you how young and immature Wemby is. He might be a great player, but that's youth and immaturity at its finest. So that's, it's just when you've got players who've been there before, and I'm not saying in the finals, but have been, like with the Knicks that have been, through multiple rounds of the playoffs and whatnot, and have been, waiting for something like this, for years. It's that inexperience. And I've always said this: I don't care how hot a team is in a season. And I did say that. And I did say I picked the Spurs in 7. And realistically, if you think about this, with all 3 losses, they should have swept the Knicks, because all 3 losses were the same exact thing. You were up late last 2 minutes, you lost. Yeah. So really, they should have swept the Knicks. So. And I said this last night too, and a lot of Knicks fans would agree, bias aside, is, to me, the Spurs are the better team roster-wise.
Yeah.
But they are not the better coach team, and they are not the more, they're not the most seasoned team. Like,
no, cohesively, like, and this is going to sound dumb, but if you put these teams in a simulator, or if you play this game in 2K, for example, the Spurs probably win 30 out of 50 games.
Yeah.
But the Knicks are, and this is not a shot at the Knicks. The Spurs have lost a couple of these games more than the Knicks have won them.
Yeah.
And and let me say this. That is not taking anything away from what they did in the second half yesterday, because they played immaculate basketball.
Yeah.
But the Spurs gave them every chance to do it at the same time. The Spurs did not in any way make it difficult for them to do that.
Yeah. Like, that's, when I'm especially watching that fourth quarter, because even in the third, okay, you're up by 15-9 and then to 3, but you started feeling a little bit of that panic and that nervousness creep in. And then you just, like, down the stretch, I'm watching, like, they're not guarding the perimeter. They're doubling when they're doubling and switching on to guys when they shouldn't be. Like, there's a couple times where the shot clock was winding down late, and I'm seeing them going to double Brunson, and he's like nowhere in a realistic shooting position. Like, he's basically in Steph Curry land, getting locked up by one guy. Why are you going over to double him when the shot clock is at like 3 seconds?
And you talked about the spin cycle situation that happened a few seconds separately from that. There was that one. I'm trying to remember the exact specifics of it, but you remember I think it was either right before or right afterward, and basically I think it was Fox basically just completely just put the ball down the way as opposed to just drawing it out. He's like, I thought the guy had a better I thought I had him more cleanly than I did. You just turned the ball over for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Like that is the prime example of it's like we talk about in football. If you don't have to, keep passing the ball or whatnot, don't keep control of it. Play ball control and run this damn thing down. There were even after choking away the 25 points or whatever it was, and making it a one possession game, the Spurs still had about 5 or 6 chances to pull that away at the end. It would have felt like clinching victory from the jaws of defeat, and it would have felt maybe like a little bit like a Pyrrhic victory, because it would have felt like, how did we barely won that game after having it in our pocket at halftime, but at least you're still running away with what would it have been with 2-2 instead of 3-1. Real quick, Jody says Zion for Aaron. He said this again. He also said this last week. That trade would have to include other players based on finances and roster numbers. I don't hate it per se, but again, you know me, I thought Zion should have been traded a while ago.
Yeah.
And if it happened before or during the draft, if you're not getting a 1 this year out of that, then absolutely the hell not.
Yeah.
Rob, how you doing, buddy?
Can I yell about the World Cup? Because I'm not happy today.
Go ahead, because we were just yelling about the 2K finals, or the NBA finals.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it felt like.
Okay. So Brandon, I need your help here. I gotta fix your bottom line, Scoop. Okay. So we understand that goal differential. Do I look okay? Is my screen messed up? Is it too bright?
Yeah, you kind of look like you were coming out when FDR first was on.
Yeah, because guess what? It's 73 degrees out. Hold that thought.
It's 95 here. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.
Yeah, it's the real feel is 101 here. It's 93 here.
I gotta check the real feel here because it's got to be close to 110.
Okay, so Brandon, help me for a minute, okay? Here's my thing, okay? So let's skip the ref stuff for now, okay? The ref was terrible, right? He couldn't ref this game with a Harry Potter stick, okay? He just couldn't control
that
anything.
Was so red.
Like he couldn't. I was preparing this when I was getting home, and it's just like, let's skip that for a moment. We've talked about this in previous tournaments, but I cannot believe how dumb these teams are when it comes to goal differential. It bothers the living crap out of me because I'm sorry, South Africa. I understand that you looked flat. They were flat, okay? Let's put it this way. They came into one of the, let's be honest, one of the most hostile environments you could ever be in world football, okay? Estadio Azteca is this football cauldron. It's a crazy above sea level. Mexico always wins there. I understand those things.
It's like the Spurs going into the Mecca at MSG.
Pretty much. Same thing. And so this is my thing, okay? For the first 20 minutes of the game, and I've experienced the U.S. men's national team as well. Obviously, we're a lot better than South Africa is now. But my issue with what we saw was you had 2 really good counterattacking chances in the first 20 minutes. You also had another chance there, and then you're like, well, we couldn't get those. We give up. We're just going to park the bus. Hopefully we give up 1 or 2 goals, and we're fine on goal differential, and we can go to the next game. Play for now, okay?
Yeah.
The amount of teams that don't do that because you're in a 48-team tournament, which that's a whole different conversation and how oversaturated this tournament's going to be. Half of these games are going to be like that. One team is going to be like, well, we just don't want to give up 6 goals so that we have a shot in the next week. It's like you don't know what's going to happen next week. And then for Mexico, they should have won this game 6-0. The game should have been 6-0 by the 70th minute. So it's like you have to one team trying to park the bus, which doesn't work because eventually you're going to give up situations. Or that's not the best way to put it, but you get what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, but also the counterattacking situations for South Africa were pretty good in the first 20 minutes. Like, use that. They weren't amazing, but they were solid enough. So why are you not using that to your advantage? Like, I don't understand why these teams aren't playing like. Listen, I understand the goal differential matters, but you don't know what's going to happen the next time you step on that pitch. What if Czechia beats Mexico? Is it likely? No. But what if it happens? You could have beat South Africa by 6 goals and you would have been fine even if you lost. And then if you're South Africa against South Korea, well, what if you scored a goal in this game? You don't know. So that's the kind of thing that bothers me. It's like playing not to lose, but also it's like, oh my God. So it's playing not to lose on the South Africa side, but then on the Mexico side, it's like, oh my God, it's hot. We have high altitude. It's like you had 6 chances to score, and then by the 65th minute, you're like, I don't care, whatever. We scored our second goal, we won. It's like, no, you're incentivized to roast these teams. If you're better, go, for God's sake. I just don't understand this. What's the logic?
If I remember correctly, sorry.
No, go.
I was just fixing to say, if I remember correctly, didn't you I don't know if it was this game in particular, but you said last week in one of our shows, you said something akin to this team will either win, 1-0 and just kind of hold the ball, or they'll take it to them and win by 6. Was that this game or was that a different game?
Well, it's pretty much, Scoop, honestly, you're just going to see it for a lot of this tournament because teams are so obsessed with either holding goal differential or trying to get it. You know what I mean? And that kind of mentality kind of bothers me because remember Argentina in 2022, they lost to Saudi Arabia and they almost didn't make it past the group stage. You just never know what's going to happen in a tournament like this. And I get it's game 1 and it's like, why are you focusing on this? I am focusing on it because you know what? We have
every minute matters.
Every minute matters. We have 100 or whatever. I think it's like 80 some games left. 90. This stuff matters, man.
It's like in baseball how we always say game 1 matters just as much as game 162.
Yep. Yep.
And it's not just about why are we so obsessed with goal differential? That's my entire point of this argument. Like, stop being obsessed and just try to win the damn match. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they were beating that goal differential horse to death today during the broadcast. I'm like, why does it matter? Just win the damn game. I'm like,
because it is the most important thing. It is the most important thing because 8 third-place seeds make it in. You're gonna hear it every week.
But then the thing is, what kind of message does it send to the teams who aren't as good as maybe those top teams? But it's like, what kind of message are you sending to them that, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, just hang on by goal differential? Like, what did Herm Edwards say? You play to win.
To win the game.
Like,
you play to win the game,
Goal differential is such a loser mentality to me. But it's like, if you're playing for goal differential, which is what basically South Africa was today, then you know what? Good. I can't wait to see them get eliminated next week. Basically, once they lose like 4-0, whatever it is, and then they got a minus.
Get out of here.
Goal differential. Like,
get out of here.
But it's I can't understand that mentality of same thing in like in hockey, playing for the loser point. Like, it's like, okay, man, like, no, that's not what we're doing here. Like, if you aren't trying to win the game, like if I'm the manager of one of these countries, I would never tell them to play just for goal differential. Never. Like, because it's like, you never know when you could upset a team. And
it can happen. It's going to happen. We have 3 weeks of this. It's going to happen.
Yeah, so somebody's going to catch someone sleeping. Like, that's just how it is. But it's like, it's, that's what makes just in sports in general. I hate when we get to those because everybody and their mother was saying when this game started, Mexico's the heavy favorite. They're in their home stadium. Yeah, we know all that. But South Africa did themselves no favors. Well, and the worst part was this game was still in the balance until that second goal was scored. You know, what was that, around the 70th minute or so?
Yeah, but did you realize that after they had those 3 good counterattacking chances, they never tried to counterattack once? Then they just stopped. They just gave up.
And the thing is, like, they were pushing Mexico back. They like a little bit, especially in those first about 20-ish minutes, like you were saying. I watched the whole game, and I'm like, okay, maybe South Africa would have a chance to walk out of here with a 1-1 draw. You know, it's possible.
Yeah.
But when you
a draw matters, man. If you can split a point, you know, if you can get a draw, sure.
Yeah.
That helps you.
Yeah.
That's better for them than it is for Mexico. So I don't understand, like, I just don't understand the mentality of basically playing to either tie or playing on goal differential. I understand that
basically playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win.
Yeah, that's exactly thank you, Scoop, because this is exactly the entire point I'm trying to make here. It's like it's game 1. I understand that goal differential exists. I understand that 8th, 3rd place teams make it in. But you can change the entire balance of your group by 1 shot if you make the right decisions.
And you know, like we're saying, there's no guarantee that in your next game you're gonna win it. So why are you acting like goal differential matters in the very first? Goal differential matters in game 3, depending on where you are in the standings.
But you got to get to game 3 first.
You have to get there first. If they lose next game 4-0, you know,
and
it's not gonna matter.
Can we point out the obvious here? If you win a game, you obviously are going to have a positive point differential.
Yes, yeah.
So you're obviously going to have a bet. Like if you get 3 points in game 1, you're basically in, unless you masterfully, you know, cluster it.
Unless you 2026 San Antonio Spurs it.
Pretty much. So I don't know. It bothers me that Mexico, who's the better team, like, I'm sorry, you're incentivized to dog on bad teams. Why are you slowing down?
They're in front of their home fans. They're right there.
Yeah.
In one of the best crowds in the world. What are you doing?
And not for nothing, but I was talking with one of my friends, one of my longtime friends. You know, I was talking about, because he was like, I'm watching the game. He's like, and he quite literally said to us in the group chat, he was, you know, to me and all of our friends here, he was like, that might be one of the worst soccer games I've ever watched in my life. And he's a diehard. He loves soccer. He's like, that might be one of the worst games I've ever watched in my entire life. A World Cup game. Because
Mexico should have scored 6 goals. They missed on so many easy opportunities.
Yeah, like, and you got, like, you know, I understand where, like, you know, Landon Donovan's coming from. You can't trash a certain player, but he's like after the 4th, like, just long distance bullcrap attempt from Quinones after he scored the first goal, he's like, I don't hate that. You know, he's just, you know, trying to score again. I'm like, but these are crap chances.
You're outside the box.
Yeah,
you're outside the box. No,
it's not just about taking the shot. It's about the look that you're getting.
But go in the box. Like South Africa had many opportunities to get the ball in the box if they just pushed their players forward.
Yep.
It's just
where's
like,
the tactical analysis here? I get you're the worst team, but then use counterattacking to your advantage. Push the ball up the pitch. It's like,
I mean,
there's a lot of times in the past, whether it was national or club, or rather international or club, there's been a lot of teams out there that have pulled away a win, even despite being the worst team.
Yeah, because you can counter, you can as Brandon said, catch them sleeping.
It's called strategy.
And again, we don't know what's going to happen in Korea and Czechia here in a few hours. What if that game is like insane? So then,
what time is that game? What time is that game again?
Well, it's 10
o'clock Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern. All right, cool.
What?
So it's not. I thought it was 8. I'm thinking of tomorrow when it's 9. Never mind.
No. Like, it's at 10 Eastern, and then hockey's on in 20 minutes. So you just don't know what's going to happen in the other group games. You don't know what's going to. Oh, by the way, can we talk about sit hole for a second?
I don't know what you just said. What is that?
Sit hole.
What?
It's one of the South African players.
His name is Sit Hole, and he played like a shithole today. He got a 3.9 rating.
Yeah.
A 3.9, bro.
Yeah, you know what's
what are we doing?
funny is, like, I look at you. honestly, to me, I can tell more or less when a guy is going to be good when I see a starting 11 in soccer. And I'm like, okay, sounds like a footballer, sounds like a footballer, sounds like a footballer. What the hell is that? As I'm like, names.
Sit
I'm
Hall.
like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is the guy that's going to get picked on today. Sure as hell. Yeah.
Okay, it's actually literally spelled like sit hole. I assumed it was just to be but it's the most unfortunate spelling ever. Okay,
it's sit hole.
I forget what the actual pronunciation is because the way the English.
No, it's pronounced sit hole.
This is just getting worse and worse.
But okay, so the referee, okay. I actually agree with every.
Yeah, you
single
guys
red
take this
card.
one because I don't know
and
this one.
And here's why I agree with every single red card. Here's why I agree with it, and I see, and Brandon, I'll give you the floor after this because your point's also important with this. If he can't control the game, then give out reds because he couldn't. This entire refereeing group couldn't control this game for their life, and to be honest, I don't know if I could either. I mean, you're in this hostile environment. How do you expect to control? And by the way, South Africa's entire goal was to just be physical, which is kind of stupid because if you've watched Mexico the last 20 years, that's all they do. So it was just dumb. So I don't know. I have no problem with the ref getting out reds because I agree with every single red card. Like, to me, every single one made sense, but also it proves that he just couldn't control the game.
But see, that's my biggest problem is like I'm a firm believer, especially even though I said that game, that the whole game one matters as much as game 162 matters, all that kind of stuff, and I still believe in that.
So do I.
When you have an opening, game for the World Cup, and you know that one team is significantly worse than the other, and it's like I'm like, okay, so you know that there's going to be a little bit of chippiness in this game, you understand that, so it's like it is up to the ref to control that. When you can't control it, I'm like, okay. I'm like, but some of these fouls to me were just not bad enough to where I'm like, this isn't going to be like a permanent injury. Like, this isn't going to be a serious injury. This is like, okay, it's like, is it a foul? Yes. But I'm like, then give him a yellow.
But there's clear intent for injury, and there were mostly goal scoring chances or ridiculous fouls.
The slap to the head, that's clear intent.
That was stupid, by the way. That was stupid. Yeah. He just straight up goes whack.
I just don't. It is also on South Africa to check their emotions especially because you're already down a player. So it's like, why would you continue to why would you keep ramping up the physicality? I don't understand.
It feels like we're just describing San Antonio all over again.
But
because it basically was.
Because South Africa had no plan coming into this game. There was no plan whatsoever.
There was no plan, and that's the thing. If you have no plan, and it's not great to be a friendly and kind of be washed, but that's what friendlies are for. Yeah, they just felt super intimidated. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can be intimidated, but be intimidated for the first 20 minutes. And by the way, that was their best shot, was the first 20 minutes. So it was just confusing.
I just don't understand why it's like it's the same thing. Like I remember watching and that's why I almost feel like in ways I always joke around. We always joke around with people saying a certain game or a certain match is fixed. Like we're talking about how how when Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, and we were like, oh yeah, Tyson came out great in the first round or two, and then after that took shots the rest of the way through and got a payday. Like that's kind of what it feels like South Africa
he was also dealing with he probably could have died in the ring if he wasn't careful. So
but I'm saying the thing is we always see these videos like where Tyson's training for 30 minutes, 45 minutes nonstop, and he's literally full speed going at it. I'm like, you couldn't do that to him? Hello? So so to me, I'm just like, it's a little bit weird watching, the South Africans come out. And I had some hope early on because Mexico, for the first about 10-ish minutes, really couldn't break through their defense. And I was like, okay. I'm like, then
the counters were really good. And I was like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah, I thought there was something there too. And then literally after that first goal, it was they just shut down. It was just done. So it was
We're just gonna play park the bus and hope this sits at 1-0. It's like, okay,
yeah, which that was never going to work. So it was pretty clear they had no idea what they were doing coming into this game. There was no tactics whatsoever. So it's like it's like the screaming Chelsea fan, God rest his soul.
Yes.
Where there's no passion, there's no vision, there's no aggression. Like that's how
that was Chelsea this year.
Yeah, but that's how I felt watching South Africa after the first 15, 20 minutes. Like, where is it? Did it just die? What happened? So like, but the thing is, that's also why for me it's like Landon Donovan said that the Brazilian ref has a history of being strict. I'm like, I understand that, but he's strict because he can't control a game.
That was you could debate the fouls all we want, and we can debate them. But if you can't control a game, you're just gonna give out reds, and that's what he did. Right or wrong?
But the thing is too. It's also like to me, like what I was gonna say was I understand that game one matters as much as the last game does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to me, when it's game one of the World Cup, I understand you want to stop the physicality, but I would it just felt like as the game gone on that he was just itching to hand out red cards, and he did hand out 2 of those later on. But like the first one, I understand because it's a clear scoring chance, so I understand. The other 2, I'm like, well, the slap to the head was unnecessary. But I'm also like, if this was a good ref, control the damn game and hand out a yellow and give them if it's the first World Cup game, you're already saying to that team when you're handing out that many reds, okay, congratulations on making it here, but your season's over. Your cup runs over.
You're playing your bench in game 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's over. Like, I don't like ruining a team's to me it's like it is a heightened atmosphere. It's a hostile atmosphere. It's in Mexico City. Like, it's to part of me with South Africa playing dirty. Yeah, part of me doesn't blame them for that. I'm not condoning it, but part of me doesn't blame them either because it's like, what else were you gonna do after you threw your whole game plan out the window and were just winging it the last 70 minutes? So, I think about it and I'm like, if I'm in that spot as a ref, I'm handing out yellows and giving stern warnings if I can control the game, which is what he should have done. But because he can't, I understand handing out reds. That just shows how garbage of a referee he is. They're just going to get red card happy and start handing them out like it's chocolate.
So why are you even in the World Cup as a team?
Well, but then again, it also just shows to you too how much because there's different refs for different games. It shows how much FIFA thought of this match that you're giving them a crappy officiating crew like this. So so it's like I'm not a fan of really stacking the deck, so to speak, against South Africa. When I'm like, to me, that's me. I'm giving them a chance. Like, then if it gets 2 out of hand, then you start throwing reds. But this game it was getting out of hand, but it wasn't too out of hand at that point to start handing out reds.
No, I wouldn't say that. I just felt like, and I think the VAR booth was very much like, you're not handling this right. We're gonna ask something. I don't know. Yeah. I can't prove anything, but I'm just saying it was just really weird. I was like, okay. And by the way, I don't disagree with the Reds because honestly, some of the fouls, ticky-tack or not, they're just unnecessary. And that was kind of part. It's like, why are we? And Mexico's final foul, dude. Even if you score, you're still winning this game. Why do you need to slide tackle? You don't need to do that.
Yeah,
you're in the 85th minute. The game is over. You don't need to. You don't need to do that. Also, Fox hydration break commercials, I'm fine with, but get back to the action. They were so slow. Yeah. They were so slow today, getting back to the action.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed because there was one time they came back from, I think it might have been the second hydration break. They came back.
Yeah, the 70th. They came back for it, and a minute was already off the clock.
Yeah,
I was like, "What is happening here?"
Yeah, they're like, "Oh yeah, 3-minute hydration break," and they come back, and it's in the middle of the action as the goalie's getting ready to freaking bomb it deep down the field. I'm like, how many commercials do you need that you can't time this correctly and put the game back up?
I'm totally fine with hydration break commercials. Why? Because hydration breaks have boring analysis anyway. I'd rather I go pee anyway. You know what I mean? So, but time the commercial breaks then. If you you time it, I have no issue with it.
I have a question.
Was fun today. Yes, Scoop.
Point of inquiry. So when I'm at, because I don't know if y'all have, I've never been to an EPL game nor a World Cup game. When I go to, let's say, a Major League Baseball game or a National Football League game, there are clocks all around the stadium that time down, whether it's the pitch clock or the whatever, that says how long until until the action returns. And, I assume that the commercial breaks are synchronized with that. I'm guessing that the answer is yes, but do they have the same type of protocol for these hydration breaks in these types of games?
You have to realize that the reason Major League Baseball or any sport has timing mechanisms is because of football is because of soccer in the 60s. Soccer is literally the reason that we have timing. So
that just surprises me because of what you're saying.
Yeah, soccer is not the worst at it. Still,
and soccer's like probably one of the worst when it comes to.
So they got beat at their own game, basically.
Pretty much. And like I don't know, I'm fine that everything is like commercialized because this is America. This is what it is. But just time it. Like I don't know. It was really bothersome. Also, how much of I don't know if you watched this prank because when I was at the port, I didn't see a ton of. Did they show the opening ceremony like at all? They show like the first 15 minutes of it, maybe, because I saw it on a different feed.
I mean,
for a little bit.
They did they did the country flags to open the cup. They did.
Did they do like a concert or something? Did they show that on Fox or no?
No, they didn't show anything.
Oh, I saw it on a different feed. No, it was honestly the watch party was fun. That's why I came late today. It was fun. Like, dude, I know.
So when you said you were at the port, like, what actually happened at the port?
So basically, it's just a World Cup watch party, but it's a lot smaller because it's Everett and not Seattle. So it was. By the way, the entire thing was packed. Like the whole area of the park was packed. Like it was
nice.
Packed. But Brandon knows this as much as I do, and I mean this in the best way possible. Mexican football fans are crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like they are crazy. Like being around that was some of the most fun I've ever had. Because they just go nuts. Like, and again, if you think we're nuts about the NFL, screw that.
I've heard it doesn't even compare.
It's amazingly chaotic. It's awesome.
Well, that's why I said to you guys. I said wait for the 17th and watch the Portuguese down at Ferry Street in Newark. It's gonna be the same thing.
People are gonna die.
Oh yeah, people probably won't die. Like that's not even an exaggeration because it's Newark, and B it just
people are crazy.
And people are just in general these days. People are crazy. So unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. But at the same time, I also think that like usually when it comes to Portuguese match days, when it comes to World Cup, Euro, UEFA Nations League, they do a good job of kind of keeping things civil. But
good, yeah. I felt like it was. I mean, it was a really civil environment, and I mean the Mexican crowd was just great. We also had a couple of South African contingency fans, and they were pretty entertaining. Honestly, they were also entertaining a loss. So respect.
And like I said, this is the first time in 4 years where we're getting it's the start of the World Cup plus the Portuguese feast like on the same weekend. So
you're gonna die.
I would love to go on Saturday if my friends wanted to go. At the same time, I don't know how we would get there because even though it's only
Brazil Morocco is happening at the same time, pretty much.
Exactly. So you've got the feast going on there. You've got, of course, every screen in that area, in that freaking 5-block radius is going to, or more than that, freaking 10-block radius, is going to have TVs and everything that are going to be showing that game on top of just doing other Portuguese festivities. So,
yeah,
like it's just crazy to me. Like I would love to go, but this isn't going to be like the Portuguese feast of the last couple of years, because obviously this is once every 4 years. So and the thing is, I think this like I don't know if I don't know if this is the exact kind of timing of it perfectly, but to have the timing of it be at the exact same time, like the start date be the exact same time as the first the weekend of the feast, that's going to be absolute hell down in North.
Yeah.
So,
And by the way, I sent Brandon the footage of downtown Seattle, which I was not there. I was, bunch of towns over, basically. Not really a bunch of towns over, like a couple towns over. And that they by the Seattle waterfront. I mean, I'm so glad. I was debating even going down there. I'm so glad I didn't, because there was like no room. It was insane. I couldn't. No. Yeah. I mean, and it's like I'm so excited to shove it in all these dumbass bosses' faces and be like, why isn't this person at work? Oh, they're watching the World Cup game. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
We're not we're not sitting in an office meeting. Get out of here.
No. Like it's like one of like my buddy who works he works at the post office. He hasn't had like a time off ever since he graduated high school, because he went straight to the military, basically. Well, not straight to the military, but he went there, did his, I think, 4 or 5 years, whatever it was, and then came out and then got this job with the post office. So he's literally been doing this job now for about 2 or 3 years. So he's finally getting he's finally accumulating days off and whatnot. He was off today. He's like, bro, I'm just gonna spend the whole. I watched this Mexico game. I'm gonna watch the freaking Korea game tonight. He's like, all I did today was sit at home and watch soccer. He's like, this is fantastic. So
it's great.
Like, so
and tomorrow, I think tomorrow night my eyelids will stop working. So you guys will enjoy that.
Why is the game so late tomorrow night?
Because it's in LA, so West Coast time. So. Yeah. West Coast, best coast, baby.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
it. And it's at LA Stadium, by the way. So
I know.
We can't. If we say the wrong stadium names, we'll get sued by FIFA. So we need to be very careful about what we do.
But wait, does that mean that the British? I don't know who the British announcer was. I didn't see who the commentators were.
Ian Dark and Landon did it tonight.
Did you? Yeah. But did you hear that Ian said MetLife Stadium by accident?
Did he?
He did.
I didn't hear that. That's great.
He did. He was like,
"You're not allowed to do that."
He was like, "Oh, this stadium holds." Like he corrected himself real fast, but he said it. Like, so, because he was like, oh yeah, this stadium down in Mexico City holds like, I don't know, what was it like 2 or something thousand more than the MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey. He's like, oh, sorry, New York, New Jersey Stadium. I'm like, oh, caught him.
Also, by the way, people online were like, Mexico, because Estadio Azteca is like clearly the best stadium out of all the stadiums. It's not even close. You saw it today. So. And they were like, why don't they host the final? First off, they can't host the final when they can't even breathe. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the first problem. So as much as I would like for Mexico to host the final, because it would be a lot better than where we're gonna see it. But like, hey, you or New York, New Jersey Stadium. Do you remember you remember what was it? The Gold Cup final the Copa America final when it was at MetLife. And then the Club World Cup final last year, I think was that was also at MetLife, was the final, or New York, New Jersey. And tell me, Brandon, because you'll know this. What atmosphere was better, today or those games? It was absolutely today.
Yeah.
It was way better. I mean, by far. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. Oh, and I also love the fact that the NFL was like, oh, yeah, we love playing games at Estadio Azteca, yet you can't get the pitch right. And you can't do anything, but then they play a soccer match, and it's like perfect.
I'm telling you now.
Not perfect, it's better.
If we get a knockout stage, like I said before, but if we get a knockout stage game at MetLife and it's Portugal there, you won't be able to. I will not be able to leave my house. There will be people lined up around my block trying to get to MetLife Stadium from my house. Like because it's just because that it's the draw obviously of Ronaldo. B, like I said, high
Right.
Portuguese concentration. We are all of us are going to be focused on that damn game. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I want, or that's the thing that we're trying to get Scoop to understand here is that soccer is a religion. Like this is gonna be like hectic. Today already was hectic. So wait for the U.S. tomorrow. Wait for Portugal. Wait for France. Wait even for the African countries. South Africa doesn't have like the best contingency because
like
they're
Senegal.
in Mexico.
Yeah,
Senegal is going to be crazy. South Africa in their next game, crazy. So,
I have to double check
yes, Scoop, go.
Yeah. I was just fixing to say I have to double check and see what games are what days because I don't have that all programmed into my cranium yet.
Just download the World Cup app. It's the best.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Should we do predictions for tomorrow so we can finish this off?
if you want to.
Okay. Canada and Bosnia in Toronto. Canada. I'm gonna go Canada 3-1.
You're really sticking with the 3-1s. I see that.
I'm feeling someone's gonna hit that 3-1.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna hit that.
Well, the Knicks did it first, so.
God damn it.
But
also Bosnia with the best World Cup song. That's what they get to hang the hat on.
Oh gosh.
I could see Canada doing the same thing Mexico did today, and kind of just
coasting through at home in Toronto.
Through. Yeah. So
and then
are you asking both of us or just
you
Brandon?
can go too, Scoop. What are you going with?
All right, yeah. I'll go Canada for that one.
Paraguay beats the U.S. 2-1. I have no hope tomorrow. None.
And you know what's funny?
We're in LA, and I don't have hope.
My buddy said,
I'm going USA for that one.
As much as I think that Paraguay might beat them, I just don't feel confident saying that, especially because it's in our backyard. It's in the U.S. backyard. It's in LA. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a painfully exhausting.
Hello.
I think it's gonna be a painfully exhausting 1-0 U.S. win.
Holy shit! You want me to die before the weekend? Because that's what you just did.
because honestly, I can see both teams literally just slogging through it, and then the U.S. just finds a dirty goal and they move. That's like U.S. soccer all the time. So,
finds a dirty goal. What the?
That's
like
phrasing.
Like in hockey, you ever hear the term "dirty goal"?
Not a single time in my life.
You've
What?
never heard that?
Do
No.
you watch hockey?
No. I've watched This is a genuine thing. I think I actually watched my first hockey game before I watched my first baseball game.
That's wild.
I'm serious.
It's a common term. Any sport where there's a goal and a ball or a goal and a puck, dirty goal is a thing.
Okay, so
Okay.
wait. So then, what's your final score for Canada Bosnia?
I don't want to piggyback off of you.
You can do 3-1. I think it's a fair score line. It could be 5-1. It's flipping Bosnia.
Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling confident. Like I said, Mexico should have won 3-0 today. They should have won 7-0.
Yeah, they should have smacked them.
I'm gonna say Canada kills them. I'm gonna say 4-0.
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna write this down. See.
And then
You want to do scores?
and then let's try that again. I'll do the Paraguay versus USA score.
Yeah.
I'll go. And keep in mind, I'm doing this with novice knowledge, so just bear that in mind with what I say. But I'm gonna go 5-1 USA.
That's stupid. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, Scoop, but you're an idiot. If that,
I just told you that
if this happens, Scoop, I'm giving you all my money. if that happens.
Okay.
Wait, can we get that? We got that on the show. It's legally. It's got to be legally binding somehow.
I can't actually legally do that,
here.
but I'm just saying, Scoop, you're gonna get something. Like I'm gonna give you a free win in Madden or something, because if that happens, I will.
I don't want a free win off of you.
I will like. I probably.
I get the point.
If we win 5-1, or you say if we win 5-1, I will die and go to heaven, basically, because that means like a guaranteed round of 32, and I don't have to care. But no, that's pretty. I like the ambitious. I like the ambitiousness, though. I respect the ambitiousness.
It's based off what I was trying to teach myself before the show today.
What? Be confident?
No, like actually learning about the teams. Bro.
Oh yeah, but I've told you how bad this. Well, we've said, Brandon and I both said that this USA roster is terrible.
Actually, you know what? Wait. I'm gonna revise it. You know what I'm gonna do, since both these teams aren't great, but also I just don't trust.
Bro,
you can revise.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know what the last game the U.S. played Uruguay? You know what the score was?
Why are we talking about
5-1?
Yeah, but it's Uruguay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna reverse. I'm gonna not reverse it. I'm going to change it slightly, tweak it. I'm going to say, because you know why? I trust that game to be so damn boring.
It's going to be boring, yeah.
You know what? Screw it. 1-1 draw.
Jesus Christ. You want to kill me more?
1-1 draw.
Kill you more.
Okay, a draw would sting more. Okay, wait, Scoop. I didn't get your stuff for the first two games. So what was your prediction for the Mexico game before the game started?
I don't think you asked me.
Yeah, I want to write it down because I have a scoring system.
I didn't make that prediction.
But if you were to make it before the game started, what would you have taken?
Like, are you asking score or just who would have won? Okay, and they played whom again?
South Africa. See, I can ask him this question because he didn't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I probably would have said. I think I would have said maybe like Mexico 3-1.
That's what Rob had.
That's what I had. I'm gonna do a scoring system. And what did I have again? I have to double check.
You had three. You basically, me and you had the same scores for both games. Just you had one goal for South Africa. I didn't. So you had 3-1 Mexico over South Africa. I had 3-0, and we both had 2-1 South Korea over Czech Republic, Czechia.
Oh, over Czechia. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? South Korea, Czechia, Scoop.
South Korea versus Czechia. I think I just mispronounced that. My apologies.
What are you taking?
Get Brandon first. I think I'm gonna.
Rob
did it already. We put it up on your feed, Scoop.
Why in God's name? This is completely off topic.
Wow, yeah, we did. If we both get Korea, if we get that Korea and Czechia result right, that would be insane. After what we saw.
Pardon me.
Oh, speaking of that, Scoop.
I'll go Korea 2-0. I'll go Korea 2-0.
That, Scoop. You realize that a port retweet a port of a city reposted our stuff today. Port of Everett reposted our things today.
That's awesome.
So props to the port.
That's awesome
for reposting our stuff today, which was kind of awesome.
Thank you, Port. Thank you, Port people.
Port of Everett reposted our stuff for some reason.
Make sure you pronounce the T because we don't want that to sound bad.
Oh my God.
Port Everett? Port Everett?
No, because
no, but he said don't pronounce the T.
Make sure that you pronounce the T.
Oh,
because you said
Everett
port people. So if you don't pronounce the T, what does it say?
Poor people.
Everett?
Which by the way, the waterfront of Everett's really great, but the rest of the city's pretty bad. Like, what's a good New Jersey comparison where like the water like the water area is good, but like the rest of the city is just like crime? Because that's Everett.
Like 70% of the state.
This is a complete side topic. Well, it relates.
Would that be like Camden, maybe? Camden?
God, it relates to Seattle right now because I'm sorry, but that Orioles Mariners game is over. They just tagged Brian Wu for I think 6 runs in the third.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Woo!
I'm watching it. So
yeah.
It's on ESPN for some reason.
Why do the Orioles have a guy in a kitty like headgear thing spraying water into the crowd after the home run?
I did not see that part. So
I'm watching.
Yeah, I started to turn the game on, but then got distracted.
I'm watching a fever dream in Baltimore right now. Like what's going on?
Because Baltimore is a fever dream.
I guess.
Fair analysis.
Yeah, no, Everett, I love the waterfront, but the actual city, like if you're in Everett like late at night, druggies are fun. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's Everett. Dude, I saw. Okay, so apparently this is a thing. Is this legal? Yeah, this is legal.
Oh boy.
So I was in Everett getting Red Bull for some reason. I think it was Red Bull. Don't ask me why. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And
I've learned to not ask questions with you, brother.
And there's this woman carrying like a baby stroller, and I asked my friend, I'm like, "What do you think's in the baby stroller?" It's like it's weed and cocaine. Like it absolutely is. I was like, "Shit."
I'm not gonna lie. The second one is exactly what my brain thought too.
Yeah, it's like So
should have asked her, ma'am, how many kilos are in there? I don't know. That's just wild.
Did Shane ever tell you? Did Shane ever tell you guys the mattress story?
I don't think so.
So Shane has this great story about like I think it was like like Mattress Firm or I think it was Mattress Depot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I hope we don't get the show canceled with whatever you're about to say.
No, this is fine. Basically, Mattress Depot in like I think it was like Scottsdale, Arizona. They would.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Everyone knows where Scottsdale, Arizona is. Scoop, it's Scottsdale. They basically would cut. So they would cut part of the mattress, and like they would ship the mattress to Mexico. They would cut the Mexican people would cut the mattress in half, or no, they would put coat. That's what it is. So the Mattress Depot people would put coke in the mattress. They stuff it with drugs. They went across the border. They're looking the back. It's just a bunch of mattresses, not knowing what's in it, and then they stuff it back with cash. And then it kept going on and on. But then the federal government caught on, and it was like this giant drug bust of like 10 Mattress Depots.
No, I did not know that.
You know what's funny? That doesn't surprise me. Because
me neither.
They'll do it anywhere.
It's crazy. How do those mattress companies stay in business? I will never understand. Nobody's looking for a mattress that much.
I mean, you have to sleep.
Yeah, the hilarious part of what you just said is
lasts you a while.
The hilarious part of what you just said is I was looking for a mattress earlier today.
Where at Costco?
Oh God.
No, online.
Yeah, where online? Where are you buying your mattresses?
I was looking at a couple different places.
Oh. Don't buy from a local firm or even weird national ones. Be smart about where you're buying your mattresses. Are you? Oh my God, Scoop! Do you make enough money where you can? Wait, no, yeah, it is. Scoop, can you buy a luxury mattress? Can you afford like luxury mattresses? Are you looking at the luxury category or no? Because that's a trip.
I'm looking at something that I can sleep on at night and wake up without a headache. That is it.
Oh, like I love luxury mattresses because they're just like you sit on them and they're like so firm and stupid. It's like you're paying $200K for this. It's a flipping mattress.
Who's paying that much money for it?
Who's paying $200K for a mattress?
What Drake paid? Drake paid $2 million for his mattress.
I'm not Drake.
Wait, how much does
That's got to be the highest my voice has ever gone in the history of this show.
How much is how much is a luxury
like Scoop? Do you know about Lamborghini strollers? $1 million for a baby
what
stroller.
the ever loving is
don't
that?
show it. Please don't show him that. We did a whole segment on that a long time ago.
Yeah, Black Friday segment.
Oh my!
Oh God!
Luxury. Here we go. Luxury mattresses typically range from $3,000 to $10,000 for premium brands, though custom or ultra elite models can easily exceed $50,000.
I'm gonna do the branding quote here. I'm gonna do the branding quote here. Do you remember when the show was about sports?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, but it's like mattresses confuse me, man. It's just
you and me both.
You could just sleep on the floor if you want to. Like, why do we need this giant thing?
Supposedly that's better for your back. Supposedly,
yeah, because it keeps your back a lot like straight. It keeps your back flat. It keeps it in like a line. So
remember that quote in Captain America? It's like
no, never
Captain
saw
America, God, Scoop. Okay, Brandon will know this. Remember that?
You figured that'd be my answer.
Yeah.
The quote where he goes up to Falcon. He's like, "It's your bed, right?" He's like, "Yeah, it's like sleeping on a marshmallow." I always think about that every night when I sleep because it just I feel like
every night is wild.
Dude, I'm an MCU diehard. What do you expect?
MCU.
Yes. Do you know what that stands for?
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Thank God. Okay, moving on.
I just had an aneurysm saying that, but luckily luckily you knew what I meant.
Okay. How many goals are we gonna get scored tonight in the Stanley Cup Final? 10? You want to bet 10 goals tonight?
Well,
I'll go 9.
I was gonna say.
Okay,
I had such a good segue for that too. I was gonna say, you know who won't be sleeping tonight? The goalies of each team.
Pretty much.
Or anybody who had to watch them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because just the nightmare fuel that this goaltending matchup is in this series. I mean, it's usually been around 9, so I would
8 or 9.
I would say like. No, I don't know. I would say tonight. I think tonight
we are young
because the first 4 games were all about no goaltending. We have to get one game with goaltending, and I feel like that might. I'm not saying it'll be good tonight. I'm just saying
it'll be better than it was.
I'm just saying better than what it was. We'll get like a 4-3 final score. So I'll say 7 goals. I'll go a little under.
Hot diggity dog. It's 6-4 Orioles. The Mariners just got back-to-back home runs. Neither
team. Yeah,
Wait, who hit them?
I think it was Cal Raleigh and then Ken Zone hit one. Oh,
no,
Cal
it wasn't
there. Whoever.
No, Luke Raley. Luke Raley
hit it. Okay.
He's not on my fantasy team. I don't care.
So here's my question: is anyone in baseball good? There's nobody who's good. We're in June.
There's nobody who's running away with stuff right now. Put it that way.
Rob, we have now said that about NFL, NBA, and MLB. So basically what we're saying is nobody in pro-American sports is good.
I'll say that about the World Cup in 3 weeks. Nobody's going to play that good. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now.
I think we have to reevaluate what we consider good.
Let me just
because I don't know. I want pitching.
We all want pitching.
I want Jazz Chisholm to wear somebody else's pants. For once.
I mean, listen, if Jazz Chisholm continues to hit that way, and with his custom loadout, his because that's what it basically is. It's pants and Judge's bat. Listen, if he wants to walk in there like he's got different kinds of armor from different kinds of forgeries, then Fine. You know what?
I mean, frick. I mean, who was it? Was it Giambi or Clemens who used to wear a golden thong?
It was Giambi.
Giambi.
Okay, how did the pants even? Whose pants is it?
Stanton.
Okay, how do Stanton's pants even fit him? Does it fit him?
He's got to really tie that belt really.
Yeah,
really
I was gonna say that belt is doing the most.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like Jazz Chisholm's wearing parachute pants in a way.
What's a parachute pants?
Oh God,
He doesn't know what a parachute pant is. Scoop, do you leave your house?
Do you know the famous rapper MC Hammer?
Yes.
The pants he wears, the ones that
Okay.
flap like that those are parachute pants.
Okay.
So that's what Jazz looks like he's wearing basically when he wears Stanton's. It's
True.
insane. And then Judge's bat is like, I'm like, yeah, everybody's like, oh, Jazz is stringing the bat well the last 10 games. I'm like, gee, I wonder why. He's using a future Hall of Famer's bat.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
it's voodoo. Okay, the better question
Voodoo.
is here's actually the smarter question. The smarter question is, what's the best division in baseball right now? That's the smarter question. Because
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, you honestly, my honest opinion, I think that. Sorry, as I go in the middle of sneezing again. My honest opinion, just based on not only the records of the teams that are playing, but the how close they are. Genuinely, I think it might be the NL Central.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Honestly, that's what I was thinking.
Because even the Reds at the bottom of that division in 10 games out or 9.5 games out are only 3 under 500.
Yeah,
That's
And
crazy.
lest we forget, they have perhaps my opinion, the best manager of our era in Terry Tito Francona.
yeah.
We love Terry. Okay, I don't hate that. What's the worst division?
The worst division? I mean, if you want to look at a division that basically is top heavy and bottom heavy and is very not competitive at all, aside from, the two teams at the top, might be the AL East. I mean, you've
I was gonna say.
you got two teams winning 61% of their games, but are the Blue Jays, Orioles, and Red Sox, any of them expected to do anything? Not really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and again, and I don't mean to, dicker over definitions and whatnot or semantics, but it depends how you define it. If by worst you mean all the teams are collectively bad, that's one thing. But if you mean
that's the way to put it, yeah.
okay, but if you mean bad as in just not interesting, then that's another thing. But if you're looking at just teams that are, if you're saying the division that's just got the worst teams combined, then for me it's the AL West because it's literally got only one team over 500, and you guys are barely clinging over that.
Yeah.
And then I'm loving the White Sox right now. That's the other.
Yeah.
What?
How the hell? I check the standings almost every day. I don't know what happened. I must have gone a little too long without checking them because I checked yesterday. 4 over 500. Where did that come from?
Now it's 5.
They're a good ball club now.
My apologies, Chris Getz, for the slander I put on your name this offseason. I was not familiar with your game.
You also gotta remember that they have. I mean, look at the division that they're in. But but you also
I don't care. I don't care what division you're in. You're still a team that had a record level of losses in the last 24 months and are now leading your division. I don't care what division you're in. I don't care if you are playing JUCO ball.
Oh man, I love that guy. We got turned into a soundbite. That was fantastic. About 10 seconds. But you're not wrong. I just hope that they don't give us a pain in the ass when I go see them play the Yankees on Thursday. I don't want to sit there and be like, damn, the White Sox are good this year so far, but I don't want to sit there and be like, oh damn, we're losing to the White Sox. The thing is, I don't want to be 0-2 this season. I need to be 1-1. So, I need that W on Thursday, and he should get it. I mean, especially because the Yankees are playing great lately.
I have a question to bring up as long as we're talking baseball finally.
Yeah.
How much more rope does AJ Hinch get in Detroit?
Oof.
They're struggling, aren't they? Well,
They're 11.
isn't
They're 11 under 500.
that's a better way to put it. Isn't oh my God, help me. Isn't there? I'm an idiot.
Scooble.
Almost hurt.
Isn't Scooble coming back on Saturday?
Well, Scooble's expected to come back sooner than they expected, but even so, I mean, you're talking
One guy-
11. You're talking 11 under 500. Scooble's only getting you at least at most one win every 5 days.
Yeah.
Is he getting traded then?
No.
Does he have trade value?
I think he's got trade value at the ass. But here's the thing. Even though he's going to come back, he's going to come back healthy. I don't think he's going to have enough time to ramp up for what a team that would trade him would want to see at a level where the team that would be trading for him and the Tigers would be able to equitably match up on trade value. I don't think there's any way that those two things line up well enough with the amount of time that he's had left. I think you would have had to have him healthy this whole last 2 months, and I think those conversations would have had to have been look back at let's to cross sports for a second. Look at Myles Garrett. They started those conversations 2 months ago, or perhaps even 3 months ago. And that's a healthy player.
I would make a significant argument that those conversations started in haste 2 years ago. Very slowly.
Well, be that as it may, that only furthers my point that somebody like Scooble, especially if you're going into a franchise-defining move and a move that carries significant risk for both teams, one, trading away a franchise player, one, trading for a player they may only have for 2 months because my guy Scott Boras is his agent. I love that guy. I just don't see, and except for on the very rare occasion where the Yankees are negotiating with him. But even so, I respect the man. It's like Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. You know, as much as I hate him, I respect his game.
I get it, but do you remember when Scott Boras was managing Russell Wilson's contract and he didn't know what he was doing? Do you remember that?
Russell Wilson.
Yes, Scott Boras.
I have
ran his entire contact because Russell Wilson was originally a baseball prospect.
I know that part.
So the minute he got into the NFL, he hired Scott Boras, and his rookie scale deal was really weird because Scott Boras was negotiating it. It was weird.
I have to look into that more before I comment on that. But
I think it was Boras. It could have been another baseball agent, but whoever was his baseball agent the first 5 years of his career doing football was crazy. I respect Scott Boras. But I have about 90% confidence that it either wasn't Boras or that ended very quickly because my whole thing with Boras is I respect him as an agent, but he is like the biggest. Help me, Scoop. It's not the biggest reason we're going into a lockout, but it's one of the major reasons.
I don't disagree with that. However, I would add this. There are so many elements that go into why we're headed toward a lockout that if it weren't Scott Boras, it would be somebody else with a different name.
That's 100%. I would argue that's 100% accurate. But Scott Boras, he overvalues his players for better.
I agree with that.
And it's just
I agree with that.
Okay, man, there's no agent in the country that overvalues his players more than Boras does.
Well,
there's no agent in the country that overvalues a guy's contract. It's insane to me.
That's why
I don't disagree with you. However, it's like you could say this about a lot of different things in life, even if you want to go outside of sports. He keeps doing it because it keeps working.
No, and I'm not. Yes, but that in itself is the issue. Brandon, you can continue from there.
That's why I was so happy that basically God, I'm thinking about watching Orioles game. I'm thinking about baseball tonight.
But let's look at the Cody Bellinger contract. The fact that you guys have to wait for months for a contract that should have been signed like a month into negotiations.
The best part about that contract, and that's where I was starting to go with it before my brain just deleted itself.
We're going through a lot. Okay, it's the World Cup, the Stanley Cup final, it's baseball. We have a long summer. It's okay.
Like the best part about that contract was that was the first time in my life I remember the Yankees making Scott Boras play hardball.
Yep.
Saying we're not going to cave in and give him way more than what his market value is. It's just not happening.
So can I add on top of that?
That was one of the first times Boras like got a wake up call. They're just like, oh,
well,
yeah.
Can I add on top of that? It is the only time I can remember, because I mean we all know this. Scott Boras is Rob just said this. He's notorious for, he's going to get every last bit out of a team for his players in one thing or another. That's why so many players hire him, when they're imminently about to head into free agency or not long before. That is the first time I remember Scott Boras publicly saying, this guy wants to be a Yankee, and he was driving me crazy with how much he was just saying, get me back to New York. This guy willingly left leverage on which he does not do. This guy willingly left leverage on the table because he knew this guy. He was like, he wants to be a Yankee. There's nothing about it. And
then the contract should have been signed, done in a month, not however long it took.
Yeah, but you know how Boras is playing hardball.
Well, it's and again, just to play devil's advocate here, we don't know that was entirely just on Bellinger's end.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a fair argument. I know nothing of the contrary. It's stunning to me. I don't know. And I get that the NFL has
because the Yankees also didn't sorry.
No, it's all different rule sets, and baseball angers me with how they approach everything almost because they're idiotic and
we know that.
But it's
Did you say and they're 80?
Yes, they're all 80. That's the biggest problem. If you think FIFA's filled with 80-year-olds, look at freaking baseball.
I've never said anything of the sort, but okay.
Search up the FIFA president. The guy looks like he's about to die every 5 seconds. Brandon knows. Brandon, you saw him today.
FIFA president. You know what he looks like to me? He looks like somebody threw a brick at Jeff Bezos.
He's basically the Swiss Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he basically looks like Jeff Bezos with cheekbones.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's an idiot. Let's just put it that way.
Brandon's looking at me like.
Is he?
Brandon's looking at me like it's ridiculous, but it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Brandon, is he worse than Sepp Blatter? Because I'm getting there. I'm getting there with Infantino.
That's a loaded dice right there.
Is it? Yeah,
loaded dice.
Like that.
I mean, first off, a guy named Sepp Blatter, just that alone needs to be in consideration here.
Well,
he sounds like a late night talk show host.
Yeah.
Sounds like a guy who should be in a strip club. That's what it sounds like.
But
I was not ready for that one.
It sounds like, what is it? It sounds like what was the alias that wasn't that Michael McNabb used or something like that at a hotel? They called it
I forgot about that.
He checked in as Ron Mexico or something like that.
Yes.
Something like that. I forget, but that's what it sounds. It sounds like a stage name. Well, not a stage name. It sounds like an alias. No, but that's a loaded kind of argument. That's a loaded accusation. I can see it, and the thing is, I don't think it's wrong. Yeah,
it's bad, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, FIFA's so corrupt. It really doesn't matter what president you put in there at this point. It's just, the whole thing reeks of corruption.
Oh yeah, I'm not. And by the way, even though the U.S. found them as corrupt, they still were corrupt after. They're always gonna be corrupt.
Yeah,
this is just what it is, and so yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. Obviously, we don't need to dive into everything, but it's just annoying. I don't know. FIFA annoys me, dude.
It's so funny how soccer's called the beautiful game, Yeah, it's so ugly and dirty underneath.
Yet another thing that I have never heard.
It's called the corruption game, is what it is, really.
At this point, yeah.
It's just a bunch of federations with corrupt mentalities trying to squeeze every dollar. It's what it is. It's great. I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. It sucks that we only talk about well, not on national scale, but like if you follow soccer enough, you know how bad Infantino is, but it's like when the World Cup comes around, you realize just how bad it actually is. And it's only around this time of year where you realize, oh yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah. And it's I just can't. I can't believe it. But yeah, I don't know. Like he's definitely, if we were to rank like international commissioners, like the ATP commissioner's really bad. So it's like the Olympic guys are awful. UFC's kind of putting themselves in that situation. WWE, I think, counts.
You talked about TKO yesterday.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, well, TKO as like a group, but Dana's lost a lot of faith with people.
Now there's the whole thing with TKO that happened today where CM Punk wants out the WWE.
Is that like official that he's just so tired of TKO?
Yeah, he just wants out.
Wow.
Because he hates them so bad. But also, like, this is also a guy where I was like, I'm also sure that he's also overstepped his boundaries too, because I know who CM Punk is. Like, we know who he is. Like, this guy's burned bridges everywhere he's gone. So I'm sure he's partially to blame for why things haven't worked out the way he's wanted them to. But but the thing is, TKO is just still. It's like every time that they get done with another scandal and it dies down for like a week or two, boom, here's another one. Here's another one. There's no it doesn't end. They just keep, and then they keep getting away with it. It's insane.
The fact that this even exists, and I get that it's a low res image, but the fact that this even exists, I gotta switch images. The fact that this even exists at the White House is insane. The fact that this thing is about to happen on Sunday, I still can't believe it. Like, I can't believe that this is gonna happen. Am I gonna watch it? Yes, but I'm also stunned.
And what's crazy is you'll never see it again probably after this, because this is just a big, Donald Trump thing and all that kind of stuff, and White House, pageantry and America and all that stuff. Like, so I cannot believe that when we get to have kids go to school, when we get to like in the next 10 years, when we
this will be a page in their textbook.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is gonna be a page in the history book, and you're like, what the hell is that? Like,
well, and I'll be like, sorry, Mike. Can you hear me? Okay, is my mic good?
Yeah,
now it is. Yeah.
Okay, my mic'd out. No, Brandon, you're right. Like they're gonna be like, what is this? And I'll be like, well, kids, we saw six fights and people beat each other up next to one of the most famous buildings in the world, and paid $12 for it. So, yeah. And my kids are gonna be like, was it fun? Yeah. Was it also stupid? Yeah. It can be both. Now it's. By the way, America needs to stop being American. This bothers me. Okay, I've never seen a country. So like I don't think Portugal has this. I don't think Romania has this. Where it's like if you ask somebody about America, they're like, America. And it's like, it's so annoying, man. It's just like, we're so pretentious about our own country. We're like, we're the best. Like, guys, freaking relax, man.
More food, more beer, more trucks, and more alcohol, and more alcohol, and more alcohol. And
you said beer and alcohol separately.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's Bud Light, it's whiskey, then it's tequila, then it's fighting on the South Lawn. Then it's Ram trucks. Then it's football. Then it's NASCAR. And it's like, what is happening right now? Like, and then we have the German guy on Twitter being like, "Oh my God, Waffle
phenomenal.
House."
He's phenomenal. Can that guy please just narrate his life in America? Like, can he stay here on a work visa and just do this?
He's freaking out about Buc-ee's and Nando's. Well, I don't think he's gone. Well,
Oh, I
Nando's
remember this
is a
now.
European
Okay.
thing. Yeah, he's freaking out about Buc-ee's and our vending machines.
Vending.
And it's like, and the guy, like, that's the thing. Like, America is like, we like everything big and bulky. I'm like, oh my God, man! Like, what is happening? It's so funny, man. The guy is like stunned by America. It's so funny to me. I'm not this stunned by Europe. I don't know if it's just because I am European or whatever, but
what this is. Oh my God! So today he drove. Wow, he was in your neck of the woods, Scoop. Today.
Which one?
What's
German
can
dude.
you can you
No,
send me his...
I mean you mean up north or you mean down here?
Down south.
Wait,
whereabouts?
Can you send me the account details so I can put it up on here?
I'll send it to you right. I'll send it to you on. Should I send it to you on Twitter or should I send it to you somewhere else?
Instagram, because that's what I have access to.
Okay.
Because this guy deserves a shout out. This guy's a legend. This guy's eating Buc-ee's at 1 a.m. like a freaking Neanderthal, and he's a freaking German.
He says, 31 minutes ago, he says, driving along Mississippi's Gulf Coast, our fifth state of the trip. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to stop, but the beaches looked incredible. Guess we'll have to come back someday.
That it is pretty great. So Freddie LA7 is the account, and I like how his photo is just Ronaldo. It's just Ronaldo, bro. It's just Ronaldo. I don't understand why it is, but this guy does. Yeah. So driving along Mississippi, there is that piece. I'm gonna full screen.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna full screen this. Let's see. Bless. Maximize. Come on, is it working? Yes, this is as best it can do. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what else we got here. Driving towards Louisiana, and they're cool. Next stop to a Walmart. Someone to clean my camera. Buffalo. They went to a Buffalo Wild Wings. Look at that. Look at that meal, Brandon.
Yeah.
Look at that B-Dubs meal, man.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous. This guy's living a great life. I'm like
he went to freaking Bass Pro Shops, and he was surprised that there was a shooting in the store.
Oh, yeah, only in America.
Look at the rifles. Oh my God. Mobile Bay. NBA Finals, and he tried Chipotle while watching NBA Finals.
What? This guy is living a hell of a life in America right now for this. Wait, is he staying for the whole World Cup, or is it just?
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy's awesome. I love him already.
See stuff. I want to see. He went to Freddy's.
What's a Freddy's?
It's like a chicken shop. Yeah, look at what this guy ordered.
Excuse me.
He went to Walmart and bought fruit.
I don't understand why you would feel compelled. Listen, I understand there's like, not for nothing. We take a lot of things for granted. Like, we're like, oh yeah, we have Walmart here, and then like the rest of the world's like, what's a Walmart? It's like,
by the way, did you see this morning? Last night at like 10 o'clock, Lamine Mall was in a Walmart. Lamine Mall just walked into a fucking Walmart, and nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, because do you think the Southerners watch soccer? They don't watch soccer.
Here's Buc-ee's. He was stuck. Like, go to Buc-ee's, and for some reason they didn't tell him that it was a gas station, which I don't understand. Like, that's important information. So it's like, oh my god, Buc-ee's is a gas station.
I mean, but Buc-ee's is like a paradise for a gas station. It's literally like the perfect place to go.
Look at this tweet, dude. Lamau, this is a gas station. Yes.
Don't you just love the wonders of the world? See, we said that, like, listen, and now I remember it just got underway, the tournament and all, but this is what we wanted out of the World Cup, was people to be in awe of our Walmart, our Buc-ee's, Bass Pro Shops. This is what we wanted.
He's like, he went to the University of Auburn Stadium. He's like, that stadium got to walk back down. I'm like, yeah, you got to walk. This is how this works.
There's an eagle flying around the stadium. This is phenomenal.
I love Americans. We were about to walk an hour, and the receptionist we parked, some just drove them some. Look at this ghetto gas station this guy went to. I've never seen something more ghetto in Alabama in my life.
Like, my God, like the guy is so innocent that I'm like, I really hope this whole trip is everything he wants and more.
Like look, this is the most ghetto shit I've ever seen.
What is that? No, don't go anywhere near that. That's those horror movies with the demonic hillbillies and stuff that you see. Like there's no way. I would not go near a house like that. No way.
He bought shoes at a Walmart. The pleasures of life. Buying slippers at Walmart. I have these exact slippers. Let's see. Good Morning America. Roaming around Chattanooga. Look at this. This guy went to Chili's and watched the NBA finals at a Chili's.
What's wrong with that?
No, like, it's funny for a German to go to Chili's.
The things that we take for granted.
Oh,
and they're just enjoying every minute of it.
They're just like this. They're basically, this country is the dumbest and most amazing thing we've ever experienced. I'm like, yes, 100%. America. Yeah. America is just dumb. I'm trying to see what else. Severe rainstorm, of course.
I really need to clip that just for Rob saying America is dumb, and just as a bald eagle screeches in the background.
Lamau, how am I supposed to do all of this? This is overwhelming me.
He does. Yeah, they don't know what the soda machine looks like here. That's right, a touchscreen soda machine.
It's like, what option do I choose? This guy went to Wendy's. Look at this order. Look at how giant.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. Who is he ordering for? He's not going to eat all that.
There's 3 people on this road trip, and they ordered this much food because they thought a cheeseburger was like this small. It's not.
Oh my God, man.
Look at the tweet from Wendy's. Whatever you do, don't panic.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. They found a German village.
They went tubing in the Chattanooga River?
Yes, they did.
Oh my God.
Look at this American breakfast. It's just Fruit Loops, a sausage McMuffin, and cereal.
That reminds me of like
America.
You guys remember when Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were hanging out together, and like I think it was I forget who asked whom what they wanted for breakfast, and Tom ordered like a bunch of healthy shit, and Peyton was like, "I'll have 2 pancakes, 3 sausages, like 5 and Tom was like, "How are you going to eat all this shit?"
Well, I think it was like a promotion for Hilton's breakfast, which this is basically what Hilton serves. Sorry to interrupt, Scoop, but
Well, that's what a lot of
look at
hotels serve.
look at this. Look at this. It's just orange juice, milk, cereal.
Yeah, I love how
dude,
most
these
hotels.
these German guys are gonna get so fat.
Yes,
By the way,
there's the Waffle House tweet. Yeah,
look at this ghetto ass Waffle House, and look
I
how
don't
much
care.
they
They're all
ordered.
ghetto, and I love it.
Look at how
A breakfast
they
of
don't
champions.
understand they went at 1 a.m.
Still, you are. It's never too late to have breakfast.
It's never
Just
too late to
had
go to
our-
Waffle House. Take it from
Yes.
somebody who lives right down the street from one.
Just had our first Waffle House experience at 1 a.m. Great food, great price, and friendly staff. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Walmart action. What did he order? Socks? This guy just sent me a photo of socks.
What is his love affair with Walmart? I don't understand.
It's just no, excuse me. It's just socks and a Gatorade. What is happening here?
His Walmart addiction reminds me of Buddy the Elf when he's playing with the buttons in the elevator.
This is my favorite tweet. Why is every second comment telling me to go to a strip club? Is this a normal activity in America? The answer is yes.
Yes.
It is a very normal, and it's normal to get chicken wings when you're at a strip club.
I'm sorry, but if I wouldn't anyway. But if I do go to a strip club, I'm not ordering chicken wings and then trying to touch the stripper with my greasy ass hands. That's not. That's just not happening.
Look at this guy's Taco Bell tweet. The Holy Land.
I'm
And
so
look at what
this guy speaks. This guy speaks my language. I love him. Taco Bell, Waffle House.
Excuse me.
Bucky's. Dude,
Oh my
look
god!
at the food. This guy
is
probably
very
doesn't
golly.
even know about how Blast even existed.
His life.
I've never had one.
forever.
They went to a 4th Division USA match. 4th Division football. What?
Ow.
Not gonna lie, riding the metro in Atlanta is a bit scary. If you guys go to a game there, I recommend getting an Uber instead.
At least he's spot on about that.
Yeah, it is.
If you think Atlanta's bad, go to New York, New Jersey Metro.
Yep. Oh yeah.
This tweet's great.
It's like a GTA
gay
lobby.
lobby.
One person next to us taking off his shirt and declaring war on Donald Trump, while another person is moonwalking across the platform. That needs to be saved. It's one of the greatest tweets of all time.
Because it's so accurate.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, he thinks that's bad. Yeah, seriously, dude. Yeah, go ride the New York subway. You know, go ride that. ride the train.
Let's see. I'm trying to find something good. How much did he bag? So he's going 6 weeks in USA and Canada. Look at the amount of jerseys that they bagged, bro. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money spent on jerseys.
Yeah, but the best tweet is the GTA lobby. So props to Freddie. This is free Freddie promotion. Go follow this guy, please, because he's amazing.
Excuse me.
This guy appreciates America, and we appreciate him for that as well. America.
Excuse me.
You know how American America is? There's a video game called American Truck Simulator where you just drive a fake truck.
Yes, there is.
You told me about so many simulators that I have to still try.
There's European Truck Simulator, but American Truck Simulator is insane.
It's just a Dodge Ram.
It's a Ram truck. Want to buy
I'm
a
sorry.
truck?
That Lainey Wilson song keeps getting beaten into my head every time I see that.
I
commercial.
haven't heard it yet. Where?
What song?
The freaking what's that song? It's like holy like got a heart like a truck, whatever it is.
Heart Like a Truck. I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh God, Scoop, you are American. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Is that a problem?
I freaking love that song.
Yeah, like I keep hearing that during those truck commercials, and I'm like, oh God.
I know every word to that song.
It's either Dodge or it's GMC. It's one or the other.
Look at the first photo to promote American Truck Simulator. It's just a
Yeah, it's
freaking
phenomenal.
American Truck Sim Premium Edition, $50. Deluxe Edition, $72. Ultimate Edition, $92. You can buy it for $20.
Nothing's more American than paying exorbitant prices for a video game about an American truck simulator.
No effects.
You literally, but you can get a mod where the truck goes. I kid you not, Brandon. It has a truck in this game that you can mod that's 10,000 horsepower on a giant truck.
I don't even want to know. It's too
What's
American.
what's even more American than that is paying that much to mod a fake truck.
Yeah.
To mod a truck. Can I search up a list of most American things? Like what's American?
Are we ever gonna get back to sports tonight? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
This is technically sports
This
because
is not sports. You're talking about a video game about an American truck simulator.
Because we're advising people that come to America about American things.
That is the biggest stretch I've ever heard.
If I stretched any further, I'd pull my groin muscle.
Yeah, fact.
I love how Pastimes and Spectacle on Google AI doesn't even mention baseball, but it mentions NASCAR for some reason.
Oh
That's
my God.
disappointing.
That is sad.
I get to watch them go 200 miles an hour and make left turns on Sunday at the Poconos.
I mean,
But,
that's what you are doing. Is that next week or this next week?
That's Sunday.
Is it this Sunday?
Sunday.
It's this Sunday.
I get to drive. I get to drive an hour and a half
Prime.
plus
On Prime Video. So it is this Sunday. So you're going Feast and then Poconos.
I might. I don't know. Saturday's up in the air still, so I might do the Feast. It just depends if my friends want to go, but I might do the Feast. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I might even do the movies with my mom and then go to the Feast and then do Sunday at the Poconos. So I don't even know what the hell.
What movie are you seeing? Disclosure Day?
No, because she doesn't care about that. She wants to go see more like the dumber stuff. So she either wanted to do she wanted to do either He-Man, which I heard was pretty decent,
Master of the Universe.
Yeah, or do Scary Movie. So I was like, all right, I'll do whatever. I don't care.
Brandon,
I would recommend He-Man.
So would I. But I'll probably see it my own time anyway.
Yeah.
Brandon, let's see. What Yankee do you think comes to my mind when I hear He-Man? Or former Yankee?
G-Man Choi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. Did you guys, Scoop, you suggested a topic for the show and we didn't do. Did we do it? I don't think we did it.
That was like half the topics I chose for today. So which one are you talking about?
I didn't. What else did you have today on the docket? Because I might have missed it. Did we miss anything on the docket today?
Well, I had talked about, and I had to add the. I didn't know if we were gonna actually get to it, but I had to add the. I mentioned the Phil Mickelson thing for today.
Do we want to wait on that though? Do we want to wait on the Phil Mickelson thing?
We can. I was just saying things that I had mentioned for today. So we had talked about Phil Mickelson. We had talked about. I said that we would leave the Philly stuff as like a if we had time type of thing. And I can't. That is backwards.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Basically, yeah, that's because you said basically this is what you said. You said worst player, coach, exec to happen.
It was just like fun things I thought we could discuss, which was like examples of which was like.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry, Scoop. I just wanted to make sure we covered all the major topics of the day before we did that topic.
Yeah, well, we had talked yesterday about some other major topics. Like we covered some of them, and then some of them we kind of like talked through. I guess you'd say like we kind of like got through them as we were talking, if that makes sense. Like the World Cup was one of them. We didn't really talk NHL playoffs, but we kind of did.
Because there's nothing. It's just goals on goals on goals.
I mean, that's hockey in a nutshell, but
so is the World Cup.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was that. We did talk about the NBA playoffs. I mean, this isn't really a topic per se. Henry Ruggs was denied parole 5 years after that whole thing, so there's not really a ton to say about that. But
am I in the minority by saying I'm kind of shocked about that? And the reason why is because did you hear that he's like training in prison to come back to the NFL?
Yes.
And I don't know how realistic that would have been, but I don't know all the details. I'm not pretending to know what all the details were because let's be honest, that was one of the worst things to happen in the NFL ever, I think, other than the Ray Rice.
Certainly, at least in recent memory, for sure.
But nobody's going to take a swing on him anyway because it's just what happened. He's a PR nightmare. But
are you sure though? Because here's why. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out, and I trust me, I'm not trying to sound like a dick here. If he was eligible right now to play in the NFL, like if he was, let's say, somewhat of a free man, I would be stunned if a team didn't try to sign him. The reason why is because first off, the game-breaking speed is still there, and he's still young. Second off, if you're going to
game-breaking speed is what got him in trouble in the first place.
Oh Lord, I kind of figured that the second you chimed in, I figured that was yeah.
And Rob just froze.
Oh my God, I didn't realize he did. Oh no, I mean like
yes, but I'm.
Oh.
Is he okay?
Imagine if he actually isn't frozen. This is just him now. Oh, damn.
But to go off of what Rob was saying, because I don't know how long. Oh, never mind. There he is.
My DNS screwed up. Sorry.
Howdy who?
My DNS broke. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Over.
So basically, here's why I said it. So yeah, the game-breaking speed thing. But also, if Michael Vick gets another chance, why would Henry Ruggs not? Is it actually a worse PR nightmare?
Can I respond to that real quick?
Yes, please. I'm asking the question, open-ended.
I don't inherently agree with this per se, but here's the thing. Inherently, I think sports in general, or maybe we would just say culture in general, at least in this capacity, views humans and animals differently. I don't agree with it, but it's just how it is, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's one element to it. Two, if, and this is a major if is doing all the work here, Henry Ruggs were to make it back, I'm 99% sure he'd have to go through either the CFL or the XFL, the UFL, like one of the independent leagues first. I don't think he would go right back to the NFL.
I'd be surprised. I mean, part of me also goes, do you think he can get a contract in the indoor football league?
I mean, that would be in the example of the CFL, AFL, like what I was just talking about.
Yeah, but the CFL doesn't take those kind of chances in the same way. The XFL might.
Yeah, but I think the UFL wants to build their brand, and bringing him into that league would also hurt it.
That's the thing is it would be such a boom or bust scenario. Like it could really, quote unquote, help them, or it could really blow up in their face.
Yeah, and isn't
kind of similar with the Trevor Bauer situation in the Atlantic League.
The major issue with that though is the Raiders still have his rights.
That's a good point. I didn't think that. That's a good point.
Again, I can't confirm if that's the case because they might have just released his rights.
I thought that's what they did.
They might have done that. I'm sorry,
Here.
I haven't kept track of this over the
I'm
last
going to verify
5
that
years.
real quick. Hang on.
Because if that's the case, it changes things. I don't know, man. The entire situation is just awful. And
Absolutely.
And you know what's kind of amazing? And
They released him right after the incident, by the way.
Okay, so it's not a rights thing.
That's what I thought happened, but I wanted to be sure.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Sue, but I think Josh Jacobs said that he was invited to whatever Henry Ruggs was going to go to, and he could have been involved in that. Because apparently it was like this giant party of NFL players.
I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're talking about.
So when Josh Jacobs was a Raider, that fateful night, Jacobs was invited to join Jacobs or join Ruggs that fateful night. And Jacobs, I think, talked about the fact that he would have gone and he was debating going and he decided not to.
I'm trusting you on that because I did not see that story one way or the other.
I think it was Jacobs because I remember at the time when he was a Raider that because he talked about it. He talked about it, I think, 2 years ago, last year when he was with the Pack, or whenever he was with the Pack. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
And then Jacobs still found a way to get arrested.
I cannot believe he's at camp. I'm stunned that he's even at camp right now.
I don't know how. I mean,
I don't know how he's at camp.
The legal, I know, there's the legal kind of process so that he can do it while it's kind of still going on. But it's like,
right.
But man, like the accusations against him are those
brutal.
Are rough.
They are rough. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's not good. But yeah, that's all I had on the Ruggs thing. We were waiting to see what would happen with his parole. Although I think we all expected that he would get denied. But I think just the fact that he got denied is not surprising, but it's like, whoa. Like
I would say it's shocking, but not surprising.
Yeah, it's just that whole situation, the NFL has tried to cover it up for a long time. Like anything you hear about Ruggs now, you have to like dig a lot to know what the hell's going on.
Unfortunately, that's the case with so many things affiliated with literally any NFL player in these days, especially the high-profile ones, or at least formerly high-profile ones.
Anything legal, even the subpoenas with the TV contracts, which I know is much different. I understand that.
Yeah,
they're barely talking about it. So, it's wild. The Wanda Morris got traded to the Falcons. Does it matter? It was like a 6th and a 7th. I don't think it matters that much. Although it helps Atlanta, but I don't think it matters that much.
Reasonable take.
I just don't think it matters. He's a nice player, but it wasn't going to make a difference. That's all the NFL stuff today, really, I guess.
Yeah, I could have turned, and I was going to originally. I could have turned the recent stuff about what we found out regarding, additional escalations for, if you whatever you want to say, about the Hurts and Brown situation. But I'm honestly just so over talking about it, and I just want to forget it. I just want to forget he ever existed, to be honest with you. So
I just feel very interested and compelled by the fact that he leaked stuff. And his agent did. Like players do that, so I'm not surprised. But the fact that he said that he did that was kind of shocking. That's not something you say to the media. It's just not.
No, and it's pretty evident as time goes on. And I sent this to Brandon. It's clear as time went on that people were asking for a while, what does Coach Sirianni really do? What does Coach Sirianni really do? It's become evident as time goes on that he spent a lot of his time babysitting some fragile-ass ego players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it to an extent. The AJ thing was calculated. and rightfully so. And the Eagles, I think, approached it better than any franchise probably could have, because you ended up getting a first. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
And you didn't get like a first next year, but you got a first, right? Which
it's like how he said, a 1 is a 1.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, wide receivers and halfbacks are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So to be able to get a 1, there's a lot of guys in this league right now that if we were to put them in 2010, they would be going for 1s.
Yeah.
And so, and I know it's kind of a little bit facetious because obviously it's a different league now, but it's true. So to get a 1 for him and to just move on, I just thought it, as the time goes on with the AJ thing, I'm like, it works out for everybody except New England has to figure out what's going to happen when we hit August with the Rossini thing.
Right.
It's not over. So,
No.
and
that's the thing is I think that they're hoping that it blows over, but no pun intended, but I don't think it's going to.
It will blow over for the next 2 months. But by the time we get to week 1, we're going to have a conversation about it. Like, I'm already prepping for half of that Wednesday show in September to be about something Rossini related.
Yeah.
I'm almost I'm like 90% sure that's going to be the case. And speaking of teams falling flat, Brandon, you said this yesterday. I think it bears repeating with New England. There's a good chance New England, with everything that's gone on in that locker room, falls flat in week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Falls flat the entire first month.
Hell, I think falls flat the year. Like, to me, when I look at New England across the board, besides their obvious holes that we've been talking about all offseason, which they still haven't addressed, it's, your schedule is much harder. You have a diva wide receiver now who wants the ball every play.
And you have a sex scandal. Let's just say what it is.
Yeah,
it's a sex scandal.
We have a sex scandal especially with, and not just with any head coach, with a head coach that has been, claimed to be a leader of men, a really good locker room guy. How does that look, especially a lot of players who have wives and who, how does that look when they don't respect him anymore because of what he did? And, so it's like, and clearly.
The unfortunate part of it is that a good amount of players in this league, unfortunately, are very questionable behavior in their own right. So
yeah, but
that's
but the thing is, like, all
it
takes is that one guy who disagrees, and all of a sudden the whole locker room can turn.
Of course, we just saw that.
Yeah, that's what you saw basically with AJ Brown.
Did you see Drake? We've talked about this, but Drake May's first interview, he had a public appearance. Like a couple, I would say 3 or 4 weeks after the Rossini thing blew over. I have never seen him more uncomfortable in my life. It was just a summer public appearance. I've never seen that. Never. And he's the quarterback. No, it's fine. He's the quarterback. He's in his early 20s. Like, putting pressure on him to handle that at a public appearance in the off season is unbelievable.
Especially as far as we know, great guy, great attitude, great leader, hell, even great husband, him and his wife.
Great quarterback as well, great all across the board.
So it's like everybody keeps saying, oh, well, AJ's got a real quarterback now. I'm like, Jalen, I would argue, is even a better leader than Drake May.
That is a stupid take, and I don't even want to double down on it.
Yeah, what's funny? The one thing I always hate when I see people trying to troll with that, like the ones who actually believe it, that they're like, oh, he's got a better quarterback now. Newsflash, the last 4 years, there's only been 2 receivers to get 1,000 yards each of the last 4 years. And it's Jamar Chase and AJ Brown.
Can I say one more thing too?
Yes, Scoop, please.
Newsflash to people who want to talk about Jalen Hurts. Just one sentence I'm going to say. Jalen Hurts' passing numbers would be even better if a certain number 11 didn't punt on routes every other drive.
Play. It was every other play at periods
last
season.
Like, not for nothing, but But and I said, and this, I don't want to go too Eagles heavy, but this is true. And I said during our show last year, like right as the season ended,
Yeah.
Jalen Sawyer set a career high in passing touchdowns last year.
Yep.
He would have had to add about 5 or 6 onto that because that's how many AJ Brown dropped.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say this straight out. And you can hate the Eagles, you can hate the Cowboys all you want, but if they're good, they're good. And just
Exactly.
say, and same with New England when they're good. I don't know. It bugs me. So what was the topic again that you suggested, Scoop? Like what?
Oh yeah. So remember a few weeks ago I started integrating that whole Mount Rushmore thing, and I was just sticking around yesterday. Excuse my language. I was just messing around yesterday and just kind of thinking about what are some fun things we could do that may get us energized a little bit and talk a little bit about not just news but also like our own takes on sports and whatnot. So I kicked a couple things over Brandon's way, and I didn't mean to leave you out when I sent them to him. It's when I thought you weren't going to be on the show because I knew you were doing your Seattleism thing. So
no, that's fine. I heard you did mention something. I just wasn't sure what it was, so I'm excited to hear this.
Well, I kicked a couple of ideas his way. And a couple of because we've done in the past, we've done like our Mount Rushmore of like the guys that got us into different sports or the best this or the other. So I kind of kicked it the other way around, and I was thinking, and a couple of ideas I had were like the worst guy you've ever seen on each of your favorite teams, or the worst coach you've ever seen for each of your favorite teams, or the worst trade you've ever seen each of your favorite teams make, or just four of the, it doesn't have to be four specifically, or just a couple of, the worst in general across all. It doesn't have to be one for each. But like just things like that where it's just like you think of like this contract or this trade or this player and you're just like, that is the worst that ever was on my team.
I'll give you I'll make this World Cup heavy. I can give you the 4 worst people in sports right now.
Okay.
Just period people.
Okay.
Mohammed Ben Salem, the FIA president, is one of the worst people on the planet. He just is. You can go do research.
Okay, I will.
Infantino's number 2. Infantino's number 1. Screw that. Who the hell was the? Remind me. Who the hell is he still the Olympic boss or the former one? I don't know if they've changed representation.
I was going to say you would know more than either of us would.
Yeah.
Is that German dude was one of the most awful people I've ever seen. I think he's German. Because if you know the history of the president of, oh no, she got replaced, or he got replaced by the Zimbabwean woman. But the one before her is one of the worst people I've ever experienced. Let me find him. Brandon, you can go like 4 worst people, however you want to approach it. While I do this.
4 worst. I can literally just think about it from my own teams in the last 15 years. Like, hell, I even made mention to it last night on the show, going on a rant. But I literally
that's part of what inspired me to do this.
I could
oh my god.
I could literally go on. I could go on for like 15 minutes just about like the Nets awful people in the front office and coaching staff and all that stuff, but that'd be unfair. But go ahead, Rob, because I was going to start anyway, but go ahead.
Thomas Bach is easily, as much as I don't like Sepp Blatter and all these things, Thomas Bach is the worst person in the history of the sports world. And here's why.
Oh, there's Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. Hi. Aloha.
Aloha, Mr. Wiltsey.
Thomas Bach was an idiot. I'll just put it this way. The way he handled any political... Because, I'm sorry, guys. Yes, the World Cup is inherently political. But if there's anything more political than the World Cup, it is the Olympics. This guy handled all of it badly. The Russian doping scandal, which is still going on, by the way, he handled it poorly. The entire Sochi Olympics was just Russian people running around with drugs in their system. Let's just put it as what it was, and that was that was partially his doing. Obviously Infantino, and we don't have to go into why. So him, Buck. I don't know much about the ATP president. Crap. Okay, I need to think of the other two. Okay, Brandon, continue.
I mean, I don't have to go just like top execs. Like, this can be anybody. So, like,
Yeah, but a lot of what's wrong with sports is executives. Oh, I need one more because I did Mohammed bin Sulayem.
Yeah.
Which so he crashed an F1 car going in a straight line.
Well, you showed me that video. I saw that. Yeah.
Anyway, continue, Brandon, while I find the fourth one.
For me, I could easily pick a few guys. Like, of course, I would easily, right off the bat, just basically anybody in the Nets front office the last 15 years, they're on there. Whether that's, freaking Billy King, Joe Tsai, Sean Marks, Mikhail Prokhorov, the list goes on and on.
I forgot about Prokhorov.
Yeah, that guy knew nothing about the game of basketball. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go back to Russia now.
Have you noticed we've mentioned Russia 3 times already? It's not. Have you noticed? Just saying.
Everything bad comes from them right now. The enemy, the red country. But I'm gonna restart the HUAC.
That's almost as crazy as what I said in the DMs.
but still, I mean, honestly, with the way Mikhail Prokhorov ran the Nets, he might as well be communist activities. But I listen. I mean, any of the Nets executives are up there. Like, that's just their own separate category on Mount Rushmore. But
I have to do 5, right?
Like, I mean, if you want to do like an honorable mention, but like, so that, like, I've had to pick one of those bad Nets guys in general, I would say, well, to me, it's easily Billy. I'll put Billy King as a GM. That guy's an idiot. But so he is up there for me.
I have one for you.
What do you got?
Let me find him.
I was gonna say another. The second one for me is Tom Fitzgerald.
I was gonna say, are you gonna say Josh Harris?
I absolutely will. Like, that's what I said. 2 of my fandoms could make like 3 Mount Rushmores alone of garbage. Like,
that's why I exploded. That's why I expanded it to, like, you could also include if there was a contract you wanted to mention, or a player, or a coach, or whatever. That's why
contract anything Ben Simmons got throughout his entire career. Anything.
I mean, well, yeah,
anything he received.
No, but he never played in a Seattle team. I'm talking about, like, on your own team.
I can't do one team. Everyone.
Think about it this way.
I don't have ill will towards my own team that much.
Think about recent bad contracts. Not even recent, current. Like, right now, De'Aaron Fox's contract is probably the worst in the NBA.
Just because of the finals.
Not even, like, he's just not playing up to what he's supposed to be for a veteran getting paid that kind of money. He's not playing anywhere near what he's supposed to be.
The entire Seattle Storm sex scandal ruined my organization, and I'll never forgive them for it. So there we go.
I know very little about that, to be honest.
Oh my god, dude!
If I'm gonna say worst exec in terms of, like, person, or I should say exec / coach in terms of person, but not in terms of, like, their actual on field, like, game success. The worst person, Rick Pitino.
That makes sense.
Rick Pitino's an awful human being.
I mean, the strip club thing, yeah.
Yeah. That's
the first thing that comes to mind.
Like, the thing is, like, if he's on your side, you love him, but if he's not, you absolutely hate him. Like,
who was the guy? Remind me, the Penn State guy. What was that guy?
Oh my God,
Jerry Sandusky, or are you talking about Rick Pitino? Or I'm not Rick. Or are you talking about Joe Paterno?
Am I thinking of Sandusky
It's
more?
Pantano.
You know what?
It's Paterno and Sandusky both.
Paterno was the head coach who oversaw everything. Sandusky was the one who actually
did the stuff. Yeah.
Oh God, that I always forget because like when I think of Penn State, I always think of that scandal. That's the first thing that always comes to my mind.
It doesn't leave my mind.
It was for me that was the longest time, but like, and I feel bad, but like now the thing that comes to my mind most with Penn State is the fact that they're the first college I ever got into. So it's like,
oh God,
I have such conflicting memories about them now.
Yeah,
that's fair. I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say,
Kim Kardashian. Yeah. Here's why. Kim Kardashian ruins every athlete that she dates. Maybe minus Lewis Hamilton.
You're not wrong.
Oh God.
By the way, speaking of Lewis Hamilton, did you see his haircut?
No.
It's bad.
Oh my God, Lewis Hamilton. How does Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton's always had good haircuts, right? Always. What is that, Lewis? What is that? What is this? And if Kim approved this, I want to talk to Kim. What is this?
Oh Lord.
What is that? Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, unless Lewis Hamilton can get top 3 in the drivers' championship, then I'm on Kim K watch. Because she's ruined every athlete that she's ever dated.
Oh, if you want a really bad, in terms of head coach, and now this head coach coached at a rival school.
Okay, so we've completely shifted from the part where we were talking about our own teams then.
Yeah,
I don't have much ill will towards my own teams other than
the only ones that I did were on my own teams.
Yeah, like the crazy thing is like you know, when I'm thinking about our teams and whatnot, like when I think about like the Eagles, I can say I hate Chip Kelly, but some of the moves he made
are part of why we got to the Super Bowl.
Exactly, like in such a roundabout way. Yeah.
Well, see for me, the Eagles one, that's where I did a contract and not a coach. For me, the worst deal in recent history, since I've been rooting for the Eagles, free agent, not even close, was Nnamdi Asomugha.
Oh,
thank you. That was exactly what I was trying to. That's exactly my point with doing this.
Remind me the Nnamdi Asomugha Eagles contract, because I always seem to forget it.
Yeah, so basically, so you remember who he was, right? He was a star defensive back for the Raiders.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then he hit free agency, and then we assembled that so-called dream team that year.
I said that team was going to get at least 5 wins, and you guys.
But the deal that came together, this was 2011. That was 5 years, $60 million, and it was 25 guaranteed. What's crazy now is that looks like a budget deal compared to today's standards.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that because this is one of my like old time memories when we paid Matt Flynn out of 2 insane games, and we paid him like an exorbitant amount of money just for Russell Wilson to start week 1 over him. Yeah, he got like a 3-year, whatever, $25 million deal, whatever the hell.
But hey, I respect y'all for that, because a lot of organizations wouldn't have the balls to say, we like this guy better than the guy we played, so we're going to pay him regardless of what we paid this guy. A lot of organizations wouldn't be able to do that, so I respect them for that. Even though they drafted the guy that we wanted in Russell Wilson, but I'm glad that they did, because that's how Nick Foles got here.
Bro, oh my God. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brandon. My favorite NFL contract of all time is Brock Osweiler getting, what was it, a 7-year deal with the Texans without even meeting the coaching staff or seeing the facility.
I forgot that strategy. I forgot that situation happened.
That was one of the greatest things ever, because Brock Osweiler that season was not that good. and he got paid like top dollar that offseason.
I mean,
being average the year before.
We all know what the worst one in the NFL is. It's Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun. I was going to say
Deshaun Watson now does circles around Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
And I'll always remember the Jamarcus Russell contract, even though I was.
You know what baseball contract.
Mr. Jabba the Hutt, you fat, slovenly, no good, lazy bum of a quarterback.
The one baseball contract I didn't like, even when it was signed, not even the aftermath of it. Even when it was signed, I didn't like it because it was too long to me.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't the kind of caliber player that we were getting for what we were paying for. And I will always say it for the Yankees is Jacoby Ellsbury.
it's interesting. That's not the one that I was going to say, but it's interesting.
Well, because he had his injury history. He had 3 injury shortened seasons before that. Not consecutive, but 2 out of 3.
It was on his ledger. It was still on his ledger. Yeah.
And so they were significant injuries, mind you. He signed that contract when he turned 30. So you're already getting him towards the back end of his career off of some major injuries.
A speed first player, and those guys never age well.
And the thing is, Red Sox fans were even laughing when that deal was signed. And I'll never forget, there were Red Sox fans in comment sections all over when that contract was signed said, "You're going to find out the reason why we nicknamed him D. Ellsbury. Because he just was never healthy." And it's like, I'll never forget just by the end of that deal, which was already bad to begin with when it got signed. By the end of that deal, they kept saying, "Oh yeah, he's working out in Tampa like by himself." I'm like, who? Is it a ghost? Because we never see anything. Like, we never heard anything about Jacoby Ellsbury. Like, we never saw videos of him working out down there. We never saw any kind of training sessions.
He was like Sam Bradford. It was like, does he exist?
Yeah,
Sam Bradford.
I'll never forget being like, is this guy a ghost? Because he's not playing and he's not even working. Like, we don't even see him working out. So and eventually that was the end of his career too. Right after that, so I think about Ellsbury,
unfortunately,
and how
wait, Brandon, I'm gonna make you upset. You know what's my favorite NFL player who was awful of all time, just because he was bad? Kevin Cobb.
Oh,
and Kevin Cobb gives you nightmares every time I mention him.
I'll do you one better for how low football IQ he is. Like, big body, but literally just nothing but a big goon. That was terrible when we got him, and everybody was trying to overhype him, and it didn't work. Dorial Green Beckham.
Yep.
Dorial Green Beckham. What a name.
Yeah.
What a drop.
He was everything on the field and nothing between the ears.
Yeah, that guy literally lasted about 5 seconds in Philadelphia just because
I was just hoping during that time you weren't going to say my first favorite player ever that had, like, he's not my favorite player like of all time, but he was the first favorite player I had on the Eagles, and it was, do you remember this guy, offensive lineman King Dunlap?
Yeah.
Dunlap, what a name.
I don't remember why he was my favorite player, to be honest, but I just remember I loved King Dunlap.
That's crazy. What a drop.
Like, wow. There's so many guys, like, it's just, I got to plug this in before my computer goes off again.
Yeah, can we we've had enough computer issues with you for 2026, okay?
Yeah.
Please.
I'm trying to think about what else.
Okay,
wait. The Robinson Cano Mariners deal blew up the city.
Oh, that aged like milk.
Oh,
people in this city were freaking out for like a month.
I was irate when that happened.
Yeah,
and then he just died after a month. It went nowhere.
He got hurt. There was PEDs involved. There was just one thing after another, and then you traded him with Edwin Diaz to the Mets to get Jared Kelenic, who's now playing in the minor leagues for the Braves.
Oh my God, I was so hyped for him coming out.
So was I. I was a big Kelenic guy coming out of the draft.
And then he just he was even worse in Atlanta than he was in Seattle,
which is hard to do.
I'm just gonna be straight. There were two huge busts that y'all had compared to their hype and where they were drafted. Him, and maybe he's turned around now. I haven't been following him, but Emerson Hancock was the other one. Emerson's doing okay.
Okay.
Let's put it okay. is the best way to put it. Okay, what do you have, Scoop? This topic's great. I'm going crazy here.
Well, I need to vent about this guy, and I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again. It wasn't the most money we paid anybody. It wasn't even a 9-figure contract. But I'm sorry. Anytime that you sign a player who literally has to do a job for 1 inning a game and proceeds to lose not 1, not 2, but 3 postseason series, Aroldis Chapman is the worst.
What a name.
Is the worst signing that the Yankees have made in my lifetime. Trading for him, I was under questionable circumstances. I'm not going to discount that. Trading for him wasn't the quote-unquote problem, for lack of a better word. That 5-year, 8, and I'll admit, when it happened, I was excited about bringing him back. I get that the 5th year was questionable, but I was excited about bringing him back. That man lost 2 series to Houston, lost another series to Tampa Bay, and contributed to losing a series against Boston. And at the end of his time in New York, he literally got kicked away from the team in September and just up and went home because he was told he wasn't going to be making the postseason roster.
Yeah.
So he literally just took his shit up and went home. And now we find out that he was playing for, and now he goes and plays for Boston, who I'm not convinced wasn't paying his checks when he was still in New York.
You know what the best part is too. What he said. What he said, like in the last 2 or 3 days, saying that he wouldn't go back.
He wants an apology from Cashman if he wants to come back.
If anybody owes anybody an apology, it's you for sucking ass in the biggest moments in New York postseason history in the last 15 years.
I couldn't believe he had the balls to come out and say he wants an apology from Cashman. If he goes back, if he goes a deal back to New York, this trade deadline, God help me if he does, because we've seen what's happened the last couple times the New York's dealt with Boston. Carlos Narvaez, anybody, or Alex Verdugo, anybody? Not the greatest turnout so far. I'm still waiting on Emma Rodriguez, but we'll see what happens. But have you seen what happens when you've dealt with Boston recently? So deal at your own risk. That being said, if Aroldis Chapman comes back to New York, he should be willing to refund his contract to play for New York the way he treated them on the way out.
He should pitch for free.
That's what I just said. But I will say this. It might just be the fact that he shrinks under the lights, because that being said, he did also completely blow stink bombs in 2016 for Chicago as well.
Yeah, and there's no pressure in Boston when they suck so bad. They're dead in the water. So
I'll throw a name that you guys are going to be obviously very familiar with, who is on the Brazil roster somehow, some way for this World Cup. Brandon, have we ever seen a downfall in our lifetimes as bad as Neymar?
I was going to say that the second you said Brazil, yeah.
Listen, man.
I actually do know that name, surprisingly.
The guy can't stay on the field more than 5 minutes. His ankle is completely messed up. And again, like, I'm really interested what he does in this World Cup, but I don't think he lasts more than 20 minutes a game, Brandon.
He's
like, the fact that he's even like, I'll throw this out with what Scoop suggested at the top. The fact he's even here for this World Cup is almost as bad as a contract signing. I just don't. Yeah. He's just here for vibes. It's such a bad idea.
He's just a token, because they basically said that this is his last World Cup, so they basically just put him on the roster as a token, as a token player.
He shouldn't play, but he probably will play a significant amount.
But like I hate all these World Cup like hype posters that they're putting out, like these like
Fox. Fox's hype posters are crazy.
Yeah, calling it the last dance, and they're including Neymar with
ESPN
Messi.
Did that today with Messi and Ronaldo.
They're Messi, what? Ronaldo, Modric, Ochoa. I'm like, yeah, guys that actually win things and are still
competitive. And then there's Neymar, who the only thing he's won for Brazil is an Olympic gold medal in Rio. Great.
I've said it for the last 10 years. That, in my opinion, and I've said it in his prime, and I've said it now. Neymar is one of the most overrated soccer players of all time.
That's shocking. He was so good.
Overrated. Because it doesn't matter if you're not winning anything. What has he
Fair.
won?
Do you count an Olympic gold medal as an achievement?
No.
It's amateurish, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
The men's side.
In soccer, no.
In men's soccer, the Olympics don't matter. I'm sorry, they don't.
In soccer, no. Yeah, like if you're a swimmer or a runner or whatever, yeah.
If we're talking about women's soccer, it matters, but men's soccer, it's nothing. Like it's an under 21 tournament.
Like when you include, I hate how they're it's like one of these things is not like the other. When they show you a lineup of guys like Modric, Ronaldo, Messi, Ochoa, they're showing you all these different guys, and they throw in Neymar at the end. I'm like, why is he here? He should not. I
just can't believe he's on the roster. He's dealing with a calf injury right now. He suffered a calf injury a month ago.
Yeah,
it's amazing that he's even on the roster. It's incredible.
Listen, he had a good run, honestly, at Barcelona and PSG, whatever. But that run was what, about a decade. But most of the footballers you can think of that are considered legends, it's 15 years, 20 years dominant.
20 years,
Neymar's had maybe in total a decade. Maybe.
I've never seen a guy that spectacular go down with that many injuries. His body cannot sustain him. His body did not sustain after 10, after 7 years.
That's why I don't get it. It's people make fun of Ronaldo and Messi being old now and whatever, and Ronaldo can't stand a pitch for more than 70 minutes a game. But I'm like,
but at least he can go on the damn pitch.
Yeah, but Neymar's 5-6 years younger than Ronaldo and Messi, and he can't stay on the field for more than 5 seconds. Forget 50 minutes. Why are we treating him like he's Messi, Ronaldo? He's not them. He never will be
because he's a name that's playing in the Brazilian league now. I don't know.
I don't understand how you can look at a guy, like that and put him in the quote unquote pantheon of greatest footballers ever. To say that he's up there with Pele, or to say that he's up there with Ronaldo.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. All these different guys. Beckham. Even
did you? Okay, wait. I need to pause you about the Pele thing. Did you see British media saying that this Arsenal team that the entire Arsenal roster of this year's Arsenal roster that won the Prem would start over Pele on Brazil in that era?
No.
Did you see that? It was unbelievable. I was like, "Are you kidding?"
No, but whoever said that literally should never be allowed to speak ever again.
Listen, if you dropped Pele on the Brazil team right now, he would be incredible. Incredible. If you just dropped him right now. Incredible.
You can't just listen. British people, they make fun of the US people for being unrealistic and being sensationalist. What do you think that comment was? That's beyond unrealistic, and it's beyond sensationalist to say that.
Pele wouldn't even make the Arsenal roster that won the Prem this year. I'm like, are you kidding me? You kidding me?
Well, oh my brother in Christ! What's next? That the freaking South African national team is better than Maradona? Yeah, okay, bro.
People even said, Arsenal fans even said that they would prefer Declan Rice over Maradona.
Okay.
And I love Declan, but okay.
I mean,
they're like Mbappe or Declan Rice, and they're like Declan. What? Arsenal fans are delusional.
Oh my God.
I'm a huge Declan Rice fan, but come on.
That's literally the equivalent of the Colin Cowherd take of him saying, hey LeBron,
we're good. We got Ben Simmons here. We're good.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
And I love Colin Cowherd, but oh my God, that take aged as poorly as anything.
I understood the take at the time, but it was
Yeah,
bad.
well, see, that's the thing, and that's the thing about seeing how hot or cold a take is. That's the thing is you got to contextualize it with the situation in which it was said. It made a lot more sense at the time than it does now.
See, it's like you could have pointed out any other player. You pointed out LeBron James.
Well, it's because I watched the episode in which he said that. If I remember correctly, I think it was because he was talking about LeBron at the time. I think that's why he said that.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
That being said, LeBron also I don't think at the time we thought LeBron was going to have the third wind the way that he did.
I need to find the Pele clip because that was it was on TalkSport. It was like my favorite show on TalkSport, and I gotta find it now.
Oh, I love how we're talking about like the worst trade, stuff that happened, or the worst
the worst trade in my lifetime is the Nets trading what ended up being Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
So we completely I love how Rob just completely punted on this being anything related to his teams, and now he's just coming for hours.
Because I don't have any.
And now he's just coming for hours.
Because Rob knew where I was going with it anyway. The second I said
it was Kevin Garnett, and it was 40-year-old KG and 40-year-old Paul Pierce for what ended up being Jaylen Brown. And Jason Terry for what ended up being somehow, some way, the Boston entire core, essentially.
Why do you think when we started that whole segment, why the hell do you think that I included Billy King in that?
Because he made that deal.
Because he's the one that made that deal, exactly.
Well, if I'm gonna go away from my favorite teams, I still think Luka was worse.
Oh, Luka is absolutely the worst deal in human history. Let's not get it wrong. But the contextual thing that I heard about that trade was that they basically just wanted to get butts in seats, and so they didn't care about the picks, and that was stupid in hindsight. So whatever.
Excuse me.
You know what's funny is I know Billy King made more moves than that. Oh yeah, Oh.
What in the world is happening over there?
You want a real good one? I forgot about this one. Oh my god.
What's that?
This one, just the pain, because I forgot that in a roundabout way. Once again, that it turned into Tatum and Brown for the Celtics. Another trade he made. Gerald Wallace. I forgot about this one.
Gerald Wallace. Oh my god, I know where you're going.
That's got Gerald Wallace. And then we sent off, Mehmet Okur, Sean Williams, and a top 3 protected 2012 first round pick. So right there, I hate that right there. The fallout. We finished so bad that year for obvious reasons, and the pick ended up basically that pick ended up being the 6th overall somehow.
Went down,
And the Trailblazers took Damian Lillard.
I forgot that one. I either didn't even know about or just straight up forgot.
Okay,
so basically, we received Gerald Wallace for Damian
Lillard.
Old Gerald Wallace. Okay, wait. Here's the Pele clip. I found it from TalkSport, the sports bar. This is great.
To Arsenal's team now? What do you mean? Would Pele get into Arsenal's team now? What do you mean? Would Pele get in Arsenal's team now? Would he get ahead of Martinelli? You don't think Pele's any good? All I've seen is you don't think he's better than Gyökeres? I don't know whether Pele was as good as everyone said. He won 3 World Cups. I know, but that was back then, wasn't it? What do you mean? You're not having Pele? At that time, Pele was obviously very good. But don't tell me Pele gets in Arsenal's team now. What do you mean? The best side in the country. He's not getting in front of Gyökeres. He ain't getting ahead of Saka. Are you having a laugh? No. I can't believe you said that. I've never heard you come out with so much gut. No, but we don't. Pele. We don't know how good Pele was. What do you mean? We are told. What do you mean? No, at the time, he won 3 World Cups. No, I know he did, and I'm not taking. Of course, I'm not. It's not like he played in the 1600s. No, I know, but footage. Yeah, we did see footage, but what I'm saying is, back then, Footballers are better now than they were. Can we agree on this?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
That's the point I'm making.
The game's adapted.
He was the best player of his generation at that time.
With
Pele.
That's one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard.
It's like a bad version of people talking about how Babe Ruth would struggle today.
Babe Ruth would not struggle today. It's the exact same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Like people gotta understand, and this is one thing when I hate when people like compare eras. Is like you have to understand one thing. You can't help when you were born. You can't help the era you played in.
I'm serious. If you drop Pele on Brazil's roster right now, oh my God. I'm sorry.
They'd be a World Cup favorite. They'd be a World Cup
Yeah,
favorite.
They would, yeah.
Like,
are you kidding me?
Like, I know people. Because remember, towards the end of his career, Pele played for the New York Cosmos. Mind you,
I forgot about that. Yes,
he was past his prime by that point, right? I know people that went to see him play New York Cosmos games because they played it, I believe, in Jersey at the time.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That I know, like a couple of my old professors and old teachers said they went to see him play. That he literally scored a hat trick in one of the games. And like not like a Ronaldo goal like in the box. Like 2 of his goals were from like 30 yards out, and one of them was like a header in the box. And one so it was like I'm like,
excuse me,
at that age, and at that stage in his career, no matter what league it's in, just at that old of an age, and these British guys are saying that he wouldn't work in modern soccer. Are we like? Listen, I have limited soccer knowledge as is. I think I know more than those guys do.
It's Pele.
It's
Pele. That's the first athlete anybody knows. Everyone knows who Pele is.
Like,
I've watched like 10 soccer games in my life, and I knew it immediately.
Yeah.
It's flipping Pele.
Oh my God! My brother in Christ, I've heard some really, we've all heard bad, sports,
non-ball knower takes.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of bad takes over the years, but that right there might be probably the worst I've ever heard.
Can Bosnia play the Halo national anthem for their national anthem?
Oh
Someone's
my God! Oh my God! Rob's obsession with this song is oh my God.
I'm about to play Halo with Brandon next month. I haven't touched Halo in a while. Because I'm like, someone's got to mess up the national anthem at one of these games. Can you imagine the final? It's just like the GTA theme and like the Halo theme instead of the national anthem.
I'm waiting for someone to screw up and play the Soviet Union national anthem.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, listen, it can end up being tonight because Chechnya, weren't they like a satellite country of Russia at one point? So it can end up being tonight.
Well, I'll let you know in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn that game on now because your game's on crack, but it's almost over.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm on the Stanley Cup final, and then I put the World Cup game.
You're down 7-5 right now, at the top of the 9th.
Oh shit!
And you got one out already. J-Rod.
Excuse my language.
I've said it like 3 times. It is what it is.
Oh boy, ground ball hit the third baseman up, and J-Rod's got a Little League double.
Oh crap. Anyways, I think that any other bad stuff, Scoop, bad sports stuff, we've lost.
Yeah, any other bad sports stuff? I mean, technically, I could keep going. Sorry.
Good.
But maybe we'll save some of the other stuff for next show because I know we're going into almost our 3rd hour. Holy crap! Wait, real quick. We got one more comment here from Mr. Hathaway. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Hathaway says, "Good evening, everyone. What was your feelings about the World Cup? Who was the favorite to win?
To win it all. I am going. Okay, Brandon's gonna kill me. France wins 2-1 in extra time over Portugal.
Oh my God! If
That's what I'm going with right now. If I gun to my head, that's what I'm going with.
Based on what you just said, I think Brand's the one who's going to have the gun to your head.
Yeah. But man.
Be sure to check out What's the Scoop on Instagram. We'll be posting our predictions every day.
Okay, now it's actually over. You lost 7-5.
Damn.
So yeah, I would say with that. Now, first of all, the feelings about the World Cup, we all love it. Well, Rob and I love it. Scoop's getting into it. But
We literally are going to do nothing else on this show. We're literally going to take over Scoop's show and talk about the World Cup every chance we get. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just what's going to happen here.
I'm trying to wait real quick before I get my final thoughts on this World Cup stuff. Where is the game tonight? What channel?
FS1. FS1.
Okay. So for me, I don't know when they're gonna play each other because it could be an early knockout stage game or it could be the final. We don't know, obviously. But if I had to pick what I would love to see again, I would love to see a rematch of the UEFA Nations, final. Last year.
Go Spain, Portugal.
Spain, Portugal, and I would say
amazing.
And the thing is, I think now Portugal won that one. I would say honestly, I'll be biased. I say we win it again, but I say we win it in regular time. I'm going to say we win that one 3-2.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have a long way to go, obviously. So we'll see. We have a long way to go. It's gonna be fun. Next weekend is also the men's U.S. Open, so a major in New York at the same time as the World Cup. So that's gonna be nuts. Yeah, just busy time. Anything else before we go, Scoop?
I think anything else that we were going to talk about, we can roll over to next week.
Sweet.
And but I thought we had a lot of great content tonight. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was fun.
But go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fun. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was fun. And I'll just throw mine out there in terms of Mr. Hathaway asking about the favorite to win it all. And I want to preface this, Mr. Hathaway, is that I'm, like I said, I'm still just getting into international soccer early on, so they have much more background in this than I do. But from what I've seen so far, I'm gonna take Spain to win it.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I said we're not doing brackets yet. We're just doing group stage predictions. So
Yeah.
I sent that in there. But yeah, no, group stage predictions. My bold prediction is that the USA don't make it out of their group. They don't even touch third place. I hope I'm wrong, but that was what we talked about 2 weeks ago.
It's very realistic because, like I said, my buddy who's a huge soccer nerd loves. He even said about this national team. He's like, I have no faith they're going to even make it out of the group. He said the same thing.
Yeah, I just don't. That all changes if we win tomorrow. No, Nikki, I don't. I don't believe in miracles. Not with this group. No chance. No chance. We should make the quarters, but we won't. I'm sorry. We just won't. I don't even have faith if we get out of the group. Do we actually have faith that we win in the round of 32?
No.
I don't think so. I have never felt more dead about a U.S. men's national team.
Jeez.
I'm dead. Like, this team has given me no hope whatsoever. Like, we're grasping for straws like, oh, we played well against Germany. Well, guess what? The last European team we beat was in 2021, and it was flipping Bosnia. Like, guys, come on, man. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll see.
You just hit that man with such a heavy Southern accent.
Dude, I am this whole federation. I hate the USSF. I hate them so much. I hate everybody in that building. Not everybody. There's good people in that building, but there's a lot of people who don't know soccer. Young blood was the good luck charm. I say
Oh
it.
Lord, not again with the friggin' young blood.
The funniest thing is the U.S. Soccer Federation. It's one letter off from something that we don't want to be.
Yeah, that's another issue.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
The USSR.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You said one letter off. I was trying to literally remove one letter. I was like, what is the USS?
That's
also
ship.
the beginning of
It's
a
a
ship.
ship.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I was like, what's wrong with the USS?
Okay. Do you like the Fox scoreboard or no?
It's too busy.
It's so bright. And also they have the subs at the bottom, like the little dashes of the sub.
I don't like
it's
it.
so busy. I don't like it at all.
It's too busy. The colors are all contrasting. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. All right. Peace.
Okay, so thanks again for tuning in, y'all, and we'll jump in next week again, June 18th. Same Scoop time, same Scoop channel. Until then, Brandon, Rob, and Scoop out. Enjoy your next week and enjoy the World Cup.
Peace.